Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Boston Blue Beat. I'm Tweedo, and I'm finally joined once again by Thantis. Talk to the people. You haven't talked to the people on comms in ages. What's going on? What's happening?
I think the last time I was on the mic, BlazBlue still had delay netcode.
On delay netcode at your place with like the most bummy mic setup in the history of mankind. That video is still out. That video is still out there on the Boston Blue Beat YouTube channel. If you want to look through the archives to see like everything that was going down there. That was for our old Heroes versus Villains exhibition, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, no, that was. I think that was probably the last time we had the. Yeah, we just had my headphones with like the mic like this.
Yes,
it was. We just put it on the table between us. I'm surprised that worked.
For Overdrive, that was the funniest thing ever. Oh my god.
Yeah. But yeah, here I am again. Our other commentators were sick, so I figured I'd fill in this week. And they don't need me in the bracket because we've actually got a really good-looking selection of players this week. Do you want to talk about it?
Yeah. We have a pretty. You were telling me too. Like we got a pretty full slot, I would say in general. So we've got a bunch of returning players in general, like Cris. Uncle Lewis. Oh, I think he graduated from cousin to uncle.
Oh, congratulations. His name's not even Lewis, you know that?
Oh, it's everybody that's like, everybody whose tag is a name is not actually named that. So like,
Cris is Cris, though.
Okay, yes, but that's just his name. Yeah. But like, for example, like Breaker Dave, AO it's Dave.
Yeah.
Neither of them are
AO
named.
It's Dave is Dave.
I think, is he?
Yeah, Breaker Dave is not, but I'm pretty sure Dave is, Tomato Dave is Dave.
I know there's a bunch of Dave tags that aren't actually Dave or something along those lines. But anyway, that being said, we've also got Ssmoothie, Avery Chew, FlakManiak.
Wait, Avery Chew is here this week? That's crazy.
Yeah. I know that. So they're a big fan of Undernight. So they've been popping up, I think, a little bit more in general. So they play Wagner in Uni.
I'll have to get some games with them after this because I'm not gonna find them in bracket.
Yeah. And then of course we got Worcester's finest, Aerodat, as well as some of Springfield's finest.
Rychtor. Yeah, some of our really good players that don't necessarily get to go to the weeklies as much, which is nice. It's always nice to have them come out. I'm glad Rychtor's here this week. We have Spooky as the unknown.
Oh, okay.
That's Spooky.
There's always some like random name. I was like, who's the unknown?
Okay, so the thing is, he always changes it to like a flavor of the month beam. But Start GG only lets you change every 2 months. So 1 month he's on it, and then the next month it's just like something that's been dead for a month and a half.
Oh, okay, I see.
But then we got ScienceCat here too. We've been getting him for the monthlies pretty regularly, which is good. He might be moving to Japan soon. So
yeah. I was talking to him about it either last month or like the month before. Honestly, I'm really happy for him. Yeah, that's like something that he's been really into for some time. So that's pretty dope. We'll miss him a lot.
Yeah,
but,
it'll be.
We'll have to do we got to do like a going away thing or whatever.
Yeah, we'll have to plan something out.
Yeah.
He's been hard carrying our YouTube for like.
Oh my God, for
years now. Because before it was on ours, it was. It was his personal YouTube channel.
And he would upload like pretty much like all of the games or like whatever kind of was going on in his footage, and then occasionally like tech and all of that. So he's been a mainstay for the Boston scene for like ages, honestly, just kind of in general when it comes to BlazBlue, whether that's like helping out on the back end or playing, beating, et cetera, et cetera.
All right, so let's talk about these players. We have Cris and Ssmoothie right now. Cris, previous Lambda, made the switch over to Hazama, which I think fits with his playstyle pretty well. Ssmoothie, who has kind of been dancing back and forth between Hibiki and Celica.
Yeah.
Really solid fundamentals, strong player in MBAC, strong player in UD. CF not his main game, but me and him used to grind all the time. He's solid, he knows stuff. I don't know how well he knows how to fight Hazama, though.
We'll have to see. I think there are definitely times in which like Ssmoothie runs into, I think not necessarily like the classic BlazBlue scenario, what have you, but like he'll run into like certain characters that are like, man, these guys just do weird stuff.
Yeah.
And it can take a little while to kind of get used to them. Hazama is certainly no exception here. But going into round one, so far in game one, things are looking a bit stable. Trade coming in here, nothing too crazy yet.
No confirm. All right, okay, the anti-air, no confirm off of it. Maybe the spacing was weird, he just wasn't ready for it. Blocks the overhead, that's good on the layer one.
Looking solid, jumping over the C follow-up here now. Trying to go for the 2A, but Cris already priming like to jump out of there. That's one of the things that I'm not entirely sure if necessarily Celica struggles with, but it's really important to kind of recognizing your spacing when you're cornering an opponent, because if they're able to jump out, then sometimes you just gotta have to be willing to go for either your 5 or your anti-air.
Okay, all right, OD's through the command grab, and we're getting a combo anyway.
Yeah, The recovery ended too, I think, and
Yeah.
then it just ended up catching.
He just got hit low. He was just standing. Celica 2B, probably the best button that character has. Ooh, OD through the overhead, no punish.
That 2B playing against Celica as Bullet, I was like, oh, okay, like, you know, I'll just smash my 2B. Like, you know, it's kind of like business as usual. Then that multi-hitting low hit me, and I said, unsafe on hit. You truly are the better. You got to readjust that, but like 2B, 6B, JC, those are all really good buttons on Celica. And her ability to convert into like pretty great, like pretty good damage is also like very notable. Nice tech right there by Ssmoothie.
All right, air to air, no confirm there, and then just gets stabbed down. That situation with Ssmoothie where he down chains is like a lot harder to punish than a lot of people think. But it doesn't matter because Smoothie's using his excellent JC to really close the gap here. So this should be guess for game for both players.
Basically, yeah. Ends with the 6D, and then Cris ends up rolling out here. 2A. He can extend it for the active frames and then blocks it. Yeah, okay, nice. Dive kick RC. No, just a little far for the confirm. Trying to dive kick again and force an interaction here, but there's almost 10 seconds left on the clock. It's close.
Time out.
Oh, it's not going to work out quite well. Cris with the chain from far away.
Catches the backdash, too. Celica's backdash, insane. She gets the Murakuma one.
Yeah, it's a really good backdash. Especially just giving her, like, base movement, too.
When I found out that that move is not an anti-air command grab, I do wonder why people ever hit it.
63D?
Yeah.
Hazama players just love hitting. They just like it, is the honest answer. I wish I could tell you
More
like
power
something.
to them. There's a lot of that.
I wish I could tell you like here's the like logical thing. They just like slamming that
They
thing.
do. It looks cool. I'll give them that.
It's a fun call out button basically.
All right. I think Cris is actually getting the Celica knowledge check right now because Ssmoothie did the little 2A to catch rolls and then he still gets a meaty and Cris did not respect that.
Yeah. Double overhead here.
All
Solid
right.
blocks from Cris. Once again, holding that 2A and then hitting it again right there. That's one thing that about Celica that's like small, but oh no, big drop. Excuse me. Whoa.
I've never seen that. I don't even know why that happened.
I think that was a height thing specifically that didn't end up catching Hazama because he got like thrown away. I think that might have been a throw tech from no, that wasn't a throw tech from Spooky. You wouldn't have seen TR on either way. This is a guess for game situation, but we have DP, we have 50 meter. It's okay.
Spending 50 meter to get 2.6k there and mediocre Oki seems so bad to me. Because if he keeps the 100, he just kills on the next touch anyway.
Yeah. I honestly think it's just like command grab is just kind of like nice to throw out here and there.
But the super one versus the regular?
And it really just depends on how much you think your opponent's going to either like try to press for the in-one. In some cases, like when you have OD super command grab does like mad damage because you're constantly close to your opponent, so you get the extra damage.
It's different when it kills, right?
Yeah. But like, oh god, okay, throw. Things are looking pretty solid for Ssmoothie here, trying to stabilize these rounds.
Yeah, I think he's starting to get the feel of the rhythm a little bit better. Ssmoothie, again, a very solid fundamental player, just doesn't always have the BlazBlue specifics down pat. And I don't think Cris is really testing him on that too much.
Oh.
That is a good Hotenjin punish, though.
Yeah, with the OD, no! That punish literally would have had Celica like one interaction away from dying.
Well, he's still one interaction away from dying, so Smoothie's got to pull something out here. But he can recover quite a lot of life if he pops OD right now.
Oh no! But it's gonna be the Jamajan that ends up cleaning up that game. It can be kind of difficult. Jamajan J2 and 4B is one of those really annoying buttons when, like, I'll be honest, I play the game well. That button still pisses me off. But it's one of those things where like Hazama players will love doing it to try to like bait you into like approaching off of like certain chains. Big callouts from both players right there. So I think the 2 and 4C right there from Ssmoothie was meant to maybe like invuln through a chain.
Yeah.
And then just the air throw.
It is pretty safe on block. It's a lot like Tsubaki Knife. It's only minus like 4, I think. So unless there's an IB from Cris, it's a lower risk option than neutral jump air grab.
Yeah.
Doesn't take the throw. This is not looking great. The 10K from Celica really pretty punishing right now because he is going to die in another interaction.
Cris tacking on a bit of extra damage. One thing that is to Ssmoothie's benefit is that he does have a whole OD gauge in the tank, but it's really a matter of will he even get the chance to use it truly. RC's on the overhead, blocked by Cris right there. The 2A stagger is going to work as well as the 6A. No full conversion yet, but this is
that 2A was even on purpose. Oh, OD through the grab,
no.
That's it.
Yeah. Nice OD from Cris right there. We're going into set point here for Cris in our round 1 right now. 6C round start, but no follow-up on the counter hit.
I'm at a loss for words. I don't know what's going on anymore.
Dude, it's round 1. Things are happening. There's actions on the screen. It is what it is.
Ooh, okay, good. OD's through the 3C, gets a punish here. We're going to get a full combo. We're going to regenerate a little chunk of life too. put blue life on the table. Honestly, the first hit isn't bad for Celica because it actually unlocks her damage.
Yeah, so a rough spot right there for that confirm that Ssmoothie was trying to do. He was trying to go into quiche loops, which usually deal like a ton of damage. Like you can go into like 4K off of a lot of hits with those, but Peroration wasn't quite there. 6A connects, full combo this time.
Yeah, I don't think we're killing, but guess for game for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely. Trying to look for some
Roll
tech
out,
option.
and that's it.
Burst comes out, and
That's-
this is a last minute burst. I'm not too sure how this will work out for Cris. We'll have to see.
I don't get on the mic enough. I'm gonna say it. That burst bad. That OD is so powerful for Hazama, and like, if he doesn't win this round, which he is extremely unlikely to, the position it puts him in on another round is so bad. We're just not having it on deck lets Celica be even more ignorant and also unlocks a lot of his damage potential.
Wait, but what if he succeeds though?
Okay, we'll see what
Mega Grab
happens. He's
Super.
still like 4 interactions away from it.
This actually could be, if Cris gets the burst from Ssmoothie, it's not so bad. But this is definitely not ideal, I would say. And you can tell that he really does not want to engage super heavily with how he's playing back, but Ssmoothie finding the spacing to like start injecting a few more dive kicks into his neutral.
I would say that one of Smoothie's, I don't know if I would say strength straight up, but one of his favorite things that he is good at is the dive kicks.
Yeah, dive kick on Celica, if you're able to flex that option like really well, it can allow for some pretty aggressive neutral. And it can make for like a lot of scrambles. If you're good at like navigating through those, like as the attacker, it can work out super well for you.
Yeah, at Frosty Faustings this year, DeMarcus Cousins III got 3rd place, basically on the back of entirely nobody knowing how to deal with Celica's air options.
Yeah, there's a ton of things like that. I remember talking to Monica on it kind of briefly because we were just sort of like, oh, like this was like interesting with a couple of these buttons here. Throws on the empty jump. This is a full OD gauge. Not quite going to be like a massive combo like it could have potentially been, but still, this is looking really great for Cris here.
Yeah, this is going to be a last touch for Ssmoothie.
Oh, cross up into throw. Good tech here, but a counter hit. That wasn't going to end up being a full combo. Ssmoothie didn't necessarily need to burst there.
I don't blame him for doing it, though. Like, how are you supposed to know that, right?
I suppose so.
Would you risk losing the set over it?
Look, I understand it entirely. Quiche loop coming in here. Can't do the full entire route just due to the Peroration here. Oh my god, crossing under after the archive.
Ooh, I think he got guard pointed there. Maybe he just got counter hit. I didn't see close enough.
I am not too sure, actually. I'm not going to lie to you.
But Cris is going to take the set there, which means it's going to be Cris versus Spooky in round 2. I do not think we're likely to get that on stream. We have Aerodat versus Rychtor, though, and I do really want that on stream.
Yeah, I saw Rychtor. See, that's the thing. As the TO, now it's like, I want to see that on stream. Put it on the stream.
Hey, tell them to put Rychtor and Aerodat on stream.
And there it is.
Tell them to put Rychtor and Aerodat on stream. Oh, it's queued up.
It's already queued up.
You got me.
You got to trust in the people. Trust in the people. All right? Trust in the people.
It's my team. I should trust
the process. Trust
all right,
the process.
so yeah, we're going to have Aerodat and Rychtor, which I'm super excited about. And then we're going to have ScienceCat and Jackie, which I'm also pretty excited about.
Oh, that should be funny.
Yeah, and then we're probably going to get winter semis, so it'll be...
I don't know, Rychtor, likely
Rychtor, likely Spooky. I mean, Flak could beat Rychtor. It's not impossible.
Hence likely. I'm
Yeah,
not making it a guarantee. It ain't likely. Based on history.
We'll see how Spooky has to show up. That's his biggest matchup problem.
That is a whole
getting here
issue.
on time.
That is very true.
All right, let's intro Aerodat and Rychtor then.
Oh, yeah,
So
sure.
that's coming up, and both of those players are in our exhibition.
Yes.
On Monday, which you are also in. Do you want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, so we will be running a series of exhibitions at the tail end of this week, going into, I believe, Saturday, Sunday?
Just Saturday.
Just Saturday, yeah. So we have a ton of exhibitions for you guys. So we have all featuring Texas in some capacity. So we have Texas versus Boston coming up first. So that will be for BlazBlue. So that'll feature me, Rychtor, Aerodat, Spooky, and Rychtor. This will be versus the Texas players, if I remember off the top of my head properly. That will include Chickzama, Javon, Swirly Glasses, Zen,
Killer
and Killer.
Killer Kitty.
Killer Kitty, yes.
So I think is an S player?
Yes, that will be 2 S players, unless Javon opts to play Me 13 for whatever reason.
And it's going to be versus you, Spooky, Rychtor, and these 2 players here, Aerodat and Rychtor.
Yeah.
So Ragna versus Azriel, not a great Azriel matchup.
It's a weird one, right? Like, mostly because if a Ragnar knows how to properly flex his low committal options, Azrael looks at this matchup and says, Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah.
Like, if Ragnar uses the 5A of the Forbidden one, it's, oh my. All right, we're starting off with some craziness. A 5BB and then a DP within 10 seconds. Interesting behavior.
Right. Oh, good jump out. This is, I mean, once you get it started with Azrael, it gets so much easier, right?
Yeah. But it's a matter of kind of like navigating through some of Ragnar's neutral. 5B coming out right there in the middle of the string. I'm not entirely sure if that was intended from Aerodat. This is sure to be another weak point.
There. I mean, this is not where you want to be as Aerodat, right?
Yeah.
5C, that had to be DP, right?
Presumably.
He's dead, though.
Oh, yeah, for sure. This is a simple route here. No, big drop.
It's not simple when you make it complicated. All you have to do is 5A, 5B.
And then in the launcher, yeah. That's one of those things that can be, like, difficult. It's kind of like I feel like it's a big anime joke of, like, don't forget your ABC super. Like,
I am always trying to do the easiest combo possible. I do not want to do work.
I wish I could relate, but there are times in which I'm like, I want to flex a little bit to see like where my hands are at.
I'm trying to flex my W in the round. That's all I'm saying.
That is very valid.
I am not trying to have this happen to me.
That is true. Look, I whiff like 2 double snaps in a row in like Ragnar. I'm like, all right, we're gonna retire this. We're gonna retire this until I really need it. Like,
really nice neutral jump from Aerodat there, going over the Azrael 5C and then landing with JC, getting a full combo into the corner and 3K. And then I want to see 2As. I want to see the OS on the reversal options from Azrael.
TT coming out here on the repressure attempt. Dashes through them. Ryder's a pretty decent fan, I would say. Like, he likes flexing a lot of 5C. And he definitely will try to flex like certain cross-ups. Aerodat, I think, is doing a pretty excellent job of trying to dash up to get into Ragnar 5B range, where he can contest against that a lot more frequently.
Pop OD? Oh, he should have. Yeah.
Yeah, he could have popped. He could have done throw OD and then like probably route into a kill option. But
Azrael is the last character you want to give an opportunity like that too, because he is one touch from death now.
On the proper hit here, Jesus manages to block the Blood Scythe, checking for the DP with the delaser, but the 2D connects. Not quite there. Ryder trying to hold position a little bit more. Gives it up with the backdash.
JC.
Yeah.
That Ragnar JC is so good. It chases down stuff like that. Because that's one of the problems that I'll have as Tsubaki, is I'll try to chase down backwards movement from Azrael. And I'll just backdash out of it, and then you can even recover in time to anti-air. But Ragnar JC is so big, and, you know,
it's very effective for like those kind of like catching the backdashes there, right? Like the early JC, very effective for catching backwards movement. The late JC, of course, better as like just a standard, right? Like air to ground tool right there.
Yeah. That is a convincing first round from Aerodat.
Oh, TRM coming out here already. Not quite there for the confirm. He's trying to keep position. Gets clipped by the Blood Scythe here. Let's see what Aerodat has for a confirm. Not quite the full extension there with the Gauntlet Hades.
Honestly, that's fine. As long as I see him keep picking these safe options to meet Azrael with. A lot of people will kind of try to play the RPS against Azrael on Wake Up, and he's dead here, so I'm going to keep talking about it.
Yeah.
You can actually OS Azrael's DP on just about every character, and it will cover all of his defensive options.
Yeah.
So when he gets up, you don't have to let him get away with any of that shit.
Yeah.
But if you get hit, you still lose the game.
Dude, I just got anxious because he did the double weak point round, and I was like, please just do 5C, 5 Valiant, 5C, 5C, like BHS.
I'm always saying that. He always tries to do some wild stuff, and like, I get it. We played Azrael because we like the cool combos, but like,
It's one of those things.
I like winning more than I like doing my combos.
Oh, for sure, right? That's like the aspect of like, how do we keep this tournament safe within reason while still being able to like flex for our damage, right?
Doesn't confirm the roll catch.
Whoa, 5C for 5B trade here. 5A looking very, very excellent for Azrael here. That's so Azrael in general as a character. Oh my goodness, Blood Scythe here. We'll get to that in a moment. There's action on the screen. Jesus.
Yeah, we're gonna get a knockdown. Not in the corner though. So wake up backdash on the table for Azrael. Just rolls out though.
Gustav minus on the IB, not trying to challenge there.
All right, so this is gonna be a grip. It's like 5K. It is going to be guess for game for Ragnar.
Yep. DP's right there on the cross-up, mind you.
I think there's an OS for that.
Yeah, I don't know if he did the 4-2-1-C. If he did, very excellent recognition. Walks back, beautiful walk right there to check for a reversal option or the OD. Gets caught at the end there, but I really want to highlight that decision from Ryder.
Yeah, awesome. I think it was really good.
I was telling him earlier, but the ability for Azrael to walk in and out of his ranges is pretty undersold, I think, sometimes. We're like, especially in matchups like these where like, with Ragnar 5B getting flexed a little bit by Aerodat, especially Microdash 5B, you want to be able to walk out of that range a little bit more, especially when Aerodat's not flexing like a dash up 2B quite as much.
Yeah.
6B going to connect here into a basic mid-screen round. Let's see what we got coming up here next.
I've really liked how Aerodat's been playing defense, honestly. I think he's done a really good job safely covering the stuff that Azrael might try to go for, while also getting those IBBs in to push out Ryder and force him to make larger commitments. It's been working really well for him. He hasn't been getting opened up a lot, and this should be the game. No, he lives.
Oh yeah, with active flow on the.
I missed it. I missed it. I was like, there's no way this kills, but he got it, and he locked down the burst.
Yeah, I was like, you may be right, and then I saw pink, and I said, ah.
No,
It's like,
that
got
extra
him,
10% does a lot more than you think.
Oh, for sure, especially when you want to close it out right there. Good stuff from both players. Again, I want to kind of follow up with what you were talking about with Aerodat here. I think his defensive posture and his ability to properly show, he's not the type of player that will, like, cave and get scared of somebody else.
That's not true. He doesn't do it all the time.
Well, but I would say, like, in these, like, what I'm trying to get at is that, like, he does not necessarily grow passive. Like, he will still, like, try for some of those DPs or, like, mashing and, like, places. I think it's when it gets really, really hectic for him, that's when, like, the desperation comes in.
Yeah, I think there's a time where if he feels like he can't get away with stuff, he'll stop trying, but he's not getting that kind of stuff. On his defense, he keeps it together. His defensive composure is really strong. His offensive composure can potentially suffer, but we didn't even get to see it because he had such a command over that match. It doesn't matter. It's hard not to be confident when you're winning like that.
Yeah, for sure, and that's one of those things where playing with confidence, it's a very difficult skill to learn. But when you're like on the stage and you're playing against somebody, you can smell when they are not confident in their like decision making.
Yeah.
And against when you're up against like certain players and they know that, you're gonna get challenged, you're gonna get matched on, you're gonna try everything in the book to escape, and it can be very, very difficult. Jackie, I would say, definitely the type of person where like if he smells certain gaps, he's the happy. I've never seen a man more happy to churn butter.
Jackie will defensively try to locate. You know what? It's not important right now because we should talk about the fact that this is a 2018 matchup.
Oh, this is a years old matchup.
Yeah, these guys have been playing for like 6 years now. We got JackieSparkles, who everyone sees every week, and ScienceCat, who we haven't seen in a minute on the Princess Bubblegum Kokanoe.
Oh my! I forgot he had the skin actually. Oh my god, that's kind of funny, huh?
So this matchup sucks ass for Taker. It's so bad. Like right there.
I'm sorry. It's just like, oh wow, I didn't know she had that color. Dude, this matchup sucks.
Yeah.
It's immediate.
3C is such a nightmare button for Taker, more so than everybody else. And like, what is he gonna do? He's gotta hold all this shit.
It's a grappler versus a set play character with decent neutral, so it is suffering.
A set play character with specific call out options for the grappler stuff.
Yeah. You got like 6C and then J2C, like a lot of options that are able to check for throws, even when you're like adding gaps into your pressure.
But if you fumble for even a moment, JackieSparkles will kill you.
Man will make miracles out of anything. Whoa! Actually able to block after the gadget finger pull here. That was really interesting. Super heavily delayed tech. He tried to match something. I don't know if he tried to teleport or what, but that was throw counter outright.
Oh yeah.
So one thing that's really important to note is that Quick Rise does have throw invuln attached to it.
Yeah.
Which is why he didn't get caught like immediately. So you can Quick Rise and just hold north, and then immediately jump for your throw invuln to get out of like a situation like that.
Yeah, I think he just wasn't expecting Jackie to hold it. I think he was expecting a punish.
Oh my goodness. Trying to backdash, but
getting the burst is great. Not having to worry about Taker OD to call out some of your options really changes the face of this matchup. Because, like, Jackie's just got to sit here and take it for a while now.
Basically.
Oh, or he could get a lucky spark ball.
Yeah, caught a shimmy attempt right here
into
from ScienceCat.
The reset.
Like that. Good stuff here.
It's bad real fast.
Ooh, try to 2B there. Not going to work out successfully on the teleport. Potential restand? No, we're just going to take our knockdown here.
Yeah, I think they're going to go to the corner.
Almost. Oh my god.
What the? Okay.
Crossed up on the, I think there was like a jump-in button that ended up coming out from Jackie here. Oh no. This is sure to be a burst on the next potential, like, trade here.
All right, he's going to die, though. As long as Nick doesn't drop this, it's just double super right here. It's just double super right here.
Hey. Look, stranger things have happened. I have watched people throw, and I have thrown. You know?
Haven't we all? If you haven't thrown a match, you don't play fighting games.
Basically. You gotta get used to that. What?
Round start 5C and it hits no confirm.
It's the fact that it it's the fact that it whiff punished
Did
the
you
5A.
see him fly through the air on that J2C? He still had the magnetism momentum, so he went all the way across the screen.
Oh, good heavens. Things are looking from bad to worse in this round.
Yeah, this is not the position you want to be in as JackieSparkles. No 50-meter on deck.
Oh, that could have actually been a super huge lucky break on the tech right there. Jackie not able to make the most of it. JAs are going to come down trying to interrupt any potential
Gets a
anti-air.
throw, though, and now we got that 50-meter on deck. Things are scary again.
Time to start guessing, buddy. Whoa! Tries to use the air drive in order to call out the jump. The 6C once again. We were talking about it earlier. Oh my God, that could have been insane.
That's why you got to lab your Netta.
Oh my goodness. If he confirmed that, like a coast-to-coast combo, I would demand that on the Twitter.
Oh yeah, no, instantly.
Like that would have to be.
That's why
like,
people play Tigers, so that other people can do combos against you like that.
People play Taker because RPSing when you're successful grappler RPS is the funniest thing known to man.
Yeah.
It is just funny.
Yeah.
You're just kind of like, wow, you're wrong. Oh, you're wrong again.
Damn, that sucks.
That's real. That's crazy, dude.
Couldn't be me.
It's like, wow, I'm feeling pretty great today.
Okay,
Good OD.
don't go for a bash. I was going to say, that it's really, really hard to OD through Kokonoe overhead. It's so active. All he needed to do was a throw there, and he was golden, but he got a little greedy, and this is what happens to you.
Yeah, because I think it was finished with like the charge-up frames on the health version. Sparkbolt could have led to a side swap. ScienceCat trying to prevent that with the burst here. Good defense here from Jackie, getting the command grab.
Yeah, and this is going to be, I guess, for game for Nick here. Now, this meaty is not good, but
Oh
it doesn't
my
matter.
God.
He's dead.
And that's kind of like one of those funny things where like wedge catapult is the most. It is the. I'm not gonna lie. It is the Tsubaki 3C for me in this, where it's not even necessarily like an amazing option, but you get hit with wedge in a situation, you're like, come on, man, what's going on?
If you are not magnetized, why would you ever hit wedge? If you are magnetized, it's a legitimate counter.
But that adds to the thing of just being like, oh God.
Yeah, it should be either worse or better.
Yeah, basically. Oh,
Ooh,
2D gets
great
sniped.
confirm here. All right, we're not going to get any meaningful setup here, but tries to cover the backdash.
Why, oh why? So for those that don't know, this version of the character has had her hitboxes nerfed. I just want y'all to know that. This is the nerfed hitbox.
I don't even think that was a Coco hitbox being good. I think that was Tager being the biggest looking character on Earth.
Either way, that was just absurd.
All right, okay, so we're going to need a burst. He
Checking
tries to
for
bait
it. Super, can you direct the super off this? Oh,
Yeah,
probably
he's
not.
dead. He's dead.
Okay. Jackie wisely not bursting in that like spot. I think you'd be at massive disadvantage.
What's crazy is Nick like barely plays anymore. He comes out to these. Nick hasn't played since the last monthly, and he's still just on it.
I feel like he like studies Japanese, plays PoE, and then goes to the gym, and then like that's been his like living his best life.
Yeah, no, he's really thriving right now. He's not thriving in these throw moves,
Oh,
though.
good God. Right when we talk about things that are going well. Why did he do it on the wrong side? I've never seen that. I've actually never seen Tager go to the wrong side. That is something that I would expect in maybe a French record. You mad?
Nick was like, surely he will respect this and will throw.
I will simply jump, tee-hee-hee. The throw will not catch me. He will have to atomic collider. My 2-2-B is set on the screen. Ha 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 ha. None such case. None
All right,
such case.
okay, well, it's tied up. All right, I would love to see ScienceCat go for more, like, to play for the timer a little bit more. I think just getting a life lead and then forcing Tager to have to approach you and slowing the game down can be a really powerful option.
He's going to play that if there's like 20 seconds left on the clock, otherwise he's going to hit one. That's my take.
Listen, I didn't say what he would do. I don't think he's going to do that. I would like him to slow things down a little bit. But I think he's going to run it, he's going to set something up, and then he's going to run offense, and then if it works, he's going to keep doing it. And if it doesn't work, he's going to die.
Oh, no. Speaking of which, that's a burst down. Magnetized, but still pressing the 3C right here. Keep in mind that 3C like carries like some amount of danger simply because of a magnetized like Emerald Taker. Could have been. Oh.
Yeah, he's just dead.
Right on cue, in fact. JackieSparkles placing himself at set point here against ScienceCat.
All right, this is not where I want to be in ScienceCat. I really don't want to be on set point against JackieSparkles.
Set point against JackieSparkles sucks, because then I'm like, wow, like, I think that I can do this confidently, but now I'm fumbling, and it's Tager, and Tager with momentum, and when your mental is cracking is one of the worst experiences known to man.
Yeah, and the second you drop a combo against JackieSparkles, Genestic Tager is on the screen.
Pretty much, yeah. Like, I look over the corner of my eye, I see him, like, already, like, spinning the stick, and I'm like, this is where it's at.
Oh, the backdash with Sparkle. That was a good option there from Jackie. And
oh my
that
God.
is true. That catches that. If he does that safe jump and he sees that you've rolled, he can react with 720. It's very strong.
Good stuff right here from Jackie. Magnetized with the JG, but ScienceCat unperturbed, continuing the match with the 3C here.
I do actually like that burst. I think getting the extra chance is probably good for him here, but it's going to be guess for game. I don't think this will kill unless
it's
Nick
not gonna kill.
really spends it.
Nah. He doesn't have the confirm here for, like, even like a golden taker with everything going on. Unless I'm wrong. No. He's still barely alive.
It's close. It was close.
Closer than I thought it'd be, I'm not gonna lie. And the cross under continuing to dash despite the magnet.
So scary.
Oh God.
That was so scary. I thought Nick was done there.
Oh, gravitons. Set point for both players here. Jesus. Delays the air momentum so the 2D doesn't connect.
Rob blocks the 6B, but we're still safe. Sets up.
We're fine. Okay, now we're a little less fine, but honestly, getting clipped and only having to deal with the 5G magnetization, not the worst in the world. And these spark bolts have been working out really, really successfully here for Jackie. Oh, I actually like the holding the A command grab there. Oh, you could probably respond to it with it. Not quite there. Ball's gonna fall down. It's gonna hit him.
Okay, all right.
I think Jackie might have actually been able to respond to like Super Ball with like Emerald Taker, like outright. But that's like a hard situation to call given the info on like both.
Yeah, that's true. All right, so this is gonna be. It's just this next interaction unless someone gets a burst in. Ideally, if you're ScienceCat, you get this hit and then you pop OD.
Oh my goodness.
But Jackie pops it for you.
With a hop, skip, and a jump, ScienceCat has avoided some of these grabs here.
Can
Not
he-
going to quite be able to kill here. He's going to go one more
Ooh,
mix.
Okay, I kind of thought he got hit by that EA.
Yeah, the info on teleport is like a little longer than you'd expect.
It just starts up late. It is like, it's a very weird option.
Yeah, I don't remember the data off the top of my head. I'd have to check. I'd have to check those, frankly.
ScienceCat clutching that out though. That was a very close, very scary set for
Oh my God,
Coconut Way.
yes.
Good stuff to JackieSparkles. Again, that matchup is booty ass, and I'm proud of him for making that as close as it was.
Yeah, that is not a very fun matchup. And again, like, I love that we at least got the chance to see one like weird magnetized like Neta moment. That
Oh,
stuff
yeah.
is always absolutely hilarious.
In this matchup too, because they both get it.
Yeah.
It's magnets versus magnets. Who knows what direction anyone's going to go?
Something strange is going to happen, and the game's physics will be tested.
All right, I see Spooky in the room. I
Yes.
don't know if he's in loser's side or
No,
if
he
on
showed
time.
up. He showed up like as we were preparing to start up commentating for this set. So
Oh,
we'll
okay.
see what's going on.
All
Yeah,
right.
I saw it at the corner of my eye, but I didn't want to be like, oh my God, Spooky, or something like that.
Yeah. So yeah, so it looks like he is in winner's side, so it's going to be Spooky versus Aerodat, and then it's going to be Rychtor versus ScienceCat. Everyone left 2018ers, which that's always the thing to talk about with Aerodat, because he's a young man. I think he's like 20, but he has been coming out as long as I have, basically. So a lot of people are like, oh yeah, you know, our new generation of players. I was like, Aerodat is not the new generation. Aerodat's the last generation.
He's a young man. He's a young man. He's a young man. He's got young man vibes.
Yeah, him and Ryder are the same age, and I mean they're pretty comparably skilled players. Like they're both good. We put them both in the exhibition. But Ryder has been here for like 2 years, and Aerodat's been here since he was like 15.
Oh dang.
Yeah. So I remember he came out way long ago. Oh, Spooky playing Hawkman today.
Okay.
So everyone, we know Spooky for his Arcune. I do think Spooky is like one of the best active Hawkman players right now. I wish he played like matchup coverage, but he doesn't. He just plays whatever he wants on the day. He has two characters that like perfectly cover each other's stuff, and then it's just like
He is a vibes-based matchup guy.
he's a vibes-based person.
Okay, yes, but like fighting games wise, Spooky's an undercover nerd, is what I will say.
Oh yeah,
He's an undercover nerd.
Spooky The strongest thing about Spooky as a player is his skill to RPS, and all he did was pick 2 characters that let him abuse the shit out of that. Because, like, I don't want to guess versus Hakumen, and I don't want to guess versus Arakune. This is a really strong start from Aerodat right now, though.
Nice IB right there, trying to make him. Should be actually 0 on block with IBB if I remember correctly here. Things are looking pretty decent right now.
Okay, save.
You decided to mash against a Hakumen that has overdrive and was trying to click 2D, and you're a braver man than the Marine.
He put his whole. Look at that trade! Look at how much life he lost on that.
There are actions on the smooth.
That was a full combo on a 1-hit trade.
Oh, I actually really love the. I think that was meant to maybe just be a delay overhead and not like a cross up, but that looked kind of cool.
Okay, all right. It doesn't matter. Mistakes in the miracles there. He dropped him for the flex.
Yeah. 5D catches rolls, by the way. I think that I've been seeing like a couple more Ragnar players do this thing where they'll like back up like around like backdash range and then they'll try to like 5D cover a bunch of space.
Yeah, you
kind
mean
of
the Zen?
Yeah.
The Zen.
It's the Zen. It's the Zen. I've seen more people adopt it. I'm like, the influence of Zen must be stuck. That's how
It doesn't work if you're not Zen. I've seen so many players try that, and it just doesn't work for them the same way it works for him. But this is honestly looking really good for Aerodat, which is insane. Why did that grab whiff? Great JA. I mean, hey, he's like both characters 1 touch from death. But Aerodat's got it.
The latest of 5D anti-airs. That thing hit so late into its active frames, that was super weird. Oh my god.
All right,
but yeah.
you think he's going to switch to Arakune?
Yes. 100%.
All right, let's see. Nope, okay. All right, Aerodat in Winter Styles would be pretty cool. Guaranteed 3rd.
We'll see. But based on that game 1, genuinely could be anybody's.
Yeah, Spooky's always one of those players where it looks like he does bad and then he cleans it up and then he just wins.
Yeah, sometimes he activates like top player mode where he's like, I'll just do this, and then like he suddenly starts like washing you, and you're like, oh, okay, I understand.
All right, safe OD. He got shimmied.
Oh my god. Things are not looking super ideal.
What is this OD for?
That's a very good question, and we might not get that answer.
Yeah.
I'll be honest.
I mean, it's still looking good for him. He's 1 touch from death. He's got active flow on deck.
Oh my god.
Ooh, oh my god, I hate that move. It hits so high, too.
Enma is a very silly neutral team.
Just like that, yeah, you can't.
Body invuln, head invuln, you have to stick out a low, and Ragnar's not exactly going to be inclined.
Oh, what a great whiff punish from Aerodat there.
6B connects, getting the burst out of Spooky.
I don't.
Potentially
That's supposed to be OD.
Like, yeah, an OD. You gonna hero burst? No.
Loses the round, but getting the burst out of Spooky is like incredible. Because not having Hakumen wake up OD to deal with for a while is like a really big deal.
Hakumen bursts, and I want to like go to like church for like a day, basically. I'm like, yes, I don't have to deal with this anymore. Like a weight has been lifted. I really like the stagger pressure here, even beating out the 2D option from Spooky.
Getting hit by the 6Bs, but honestly, just not that big of a deal. Throws him out of one though. That's big.
Jesus. This isn't going to be massive damage, but getting the knockdown and being able to use the drive to heal it back a little bit is nice.
Yeah, Spooky's still only halfway to a burst.
I like the 2D actually in response of the dead spike right there.
Yeah, then canceling it and keep the invuln into the special, and then I mean we're back in neutral, but he's 1 hit.
Yeah, this is basically like
Ooh,
I like the low.
Oh, I think he gets the punish there.
You committed to jumping out. I am shocked. Otaru barely connecting off of like a double jump here. Pretty awkward, weird interaction, I think, in motion, but pretty.
So when you OD through Hakumen 2B, it's a little weird because depending on how meaty it is, you get a punish or you don't. And that difference is so massive on Hakumen. If you don't get a punish and you try to punish and he mashes 2D, you lose the game.
That's why I practice don't interact until I interact in a way that lets me win. Ends with the 6A.
Spooky loves that little shimmy. He's like, oh, they'll definitely throw.
Yeah, and I think it's funny. Aerodat really hasn't been biting as much till now. This is going to be death. I'm not going to lie to you.
Did he need to pop OD? Oh, no, he didn't have any money.
Yeah, so he needed to get, like, I think he needed to get, like, the money for it. But also, like, I've never seen that extension before. That actually looks sick as hell.
Sometimes you just pop OD because you're like, this deserves to kill.
It's... yeah. I actually feel that 100%. Aerodat still not prepared for the 2D in response to the dead spike pressure. He's going to have to vary a couple of his options here. So if he spaces himself out and then maybe like dashes up with like into like dash up nothing or even dash up throw, might see a bit more success there.
I like the jump from Aerodat there, and the block kept it pretty safe.
Oh
Forces Spooky to spend money, but Spooky actually showing the counters now, which is making such a big difference in the momentum of these matches.
And it's less showing it and more like where he's placing them. Because he's managing to spot out a lot of like options that Aerodat likes to go for during his pressure. Air DP, we are indeed on our Blood Edge Gaming. Tries to cross up ID.
Yeah, he got the OD. He's lucky he didn't get the OD a little bit later, but unlucky because then he gets to block it on reaction.
Yeah. Full meter, like a fully stocked Hakumen. Spooky doesn't really feel the need to aggress super heavily. Just trying to look for an interaction, but that up forward JD is not going to
I don't want to be wrong in here. Hakumen's got that full stick of butter. This is just not a fun wake up. This is just not a fun wake up.
I actually really like the wake up 2B. Let's talk about that in a moment here. We're going into potentially the last interaction of the set here. Spooky is indeed at set point.
Yeah, that's it.
And closes at 2-1. That could have been a lot closer, but you could tell, like, you could feel, like, within even the span of only, like, one round, like, Spooky immediately like, clutching up.
That's that top player factor.
Yeah.
Aerodat, really good getting that first game, honestly. Like, we don't always get that first game on Spooky.
Nope.
But that means we should be getting Rychtor versus ScienceCat.
Spooky flexing like a $5 or whatever in front of Aerodat. I don't know what happened there, if they bet money on anything or whatever, but that is, we'll get the story for that within a couple of weeks, folks. We'll get some data on that.
Yeah, I gotta ask Aerodat about that OD.
Oh, that's fair.
I feel like there was a plan there, and I didn't see it come to fruition.
Yeah. One thing I actually really liked from Spooky there at the end of the set was the 2B. The wake up 2B was actually phenomenal.
Yeah, Spooky loves that whenever he thinks you're gonna. One thing he does a lot is that if he has OD, he'll do wake up 2B OD and just fucking kill you.
Yeah. But on top of that too, like Aerodat had been showing a lot of shimmies in general. So going for the 2B in order to catch either the walk forward or the walk back is very smart.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's the Spooky strength, right? He's really good at rotating those options, identifying what your habits are, and then exploiting you for them. And he plays the characters. That means that that's the only thing he has to do to win the game.
For sure, for sure. So we are moving on to, we're continuing to go through winter semifinals. So we should be having Rychtor and ScienceCat coming up. Once again, more of the old guard pulling up here, playing against each other.
Rychtor's been doing this since at least 2016. He's one of the first people I ever fought at a local. And then ScienceCat, pretty similar, 2016, 2017. Used to play Tourney, not many people know that.
Oh, God.
Yeah, he changed his tag to ScienceCat after he changed characters. Also, I love this story. He stole that name from another guy. He was in the Coconut
Oh, so he did straight up steal.
Yeah, there was a dude in there called ScienceCat. He knew about him. He entered as this, and then that guy was like, hey, that's my tag. And Nick was just like, you don't go to events.
Yeah, because I remember seeing there was like another entirely different like player named ScienceCat that plays Kokonoe. Yeah. I didn't know that he intentionally stole it. That's hilarious.
He knew that guy existed, and he was like, I don't care. It's my name now.
Incredible. All I can say.
I will say you don't go to events is like the coldest response I've ever heard.
Yeah, that's kind of like, that's nuts. Because Nick is like a very like, he's a very chilled out guy in general. So for him being like, no, is wild.
All right, so Rychtor, I know, has been grinding lately. He's been telling me that he's been going really hard. He's been grinding out with your buddy Jim.
Yeah, he asked me about a bunch of Naruto things, and then I didn't respond for 3 days, so I need to give him
As you do.
advice. Look, it happens
I'm
sometimes.
still waiting for commentary feedback from you.
Oh, damn. Oh, damn. Don't put me on blast. 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 Look, when it's emergencies, I'm there. When it's emergencies, I'm there. When it's emergencies, I'm there.
That's true. You're here right now. That's what
I'm
matters.
here right now. I'm here right now. I'm here right now. I'm here right now. I'm here. This is going to be a pretty solid OD extension. Not a huge grip of damage, but it's time to get mixed. Whoa!
Ooh, okay, that's gonna be another grip. That's like another 4K, easy.
Yeah, that's another 4K, especially with active flow available here. And this is still gonna be good OP. That was really meaty actually on the 2-2B.
All right, well, this is okay. The falling JA was really good there, but this is not a fun position to be in against Bang. He's got a lot of really good options to just kind of get that hit, like this.
Oh my God, Poison Nail just barely connecting here. Oh no! I think he accidentally maybe mashed the RC there, and then got like a 2C or something, and then got counter hit anyway.
Oh, he spent 50 meter to lose the round. That's so
That's
tragic.
crazy. Thank God meter does not like carry over. Otherwise,
Oh my God.
I'd be so mad.
Oh, that 3C fatal was great.
Oh, God.
Called out ScienceCat trying to set something up, and then, I mean, we get a grip for that. That's also going to be all 4 seals, which is going to make OD incredibly scary. This already is going to be such a hard round for ScienceCat to win.
I ain't got much to add. Rychtor is on the up and up.
Yeah.
That's all I can say.
So this is going to be last touch for ScienceCat, and that's probably that touch, right? You got to get there.
Yeah, this is definitely a super. Like 100 meter to go off.
Doesn't
like,
even need it. Doesn't even need it. Saves it for next round.
And mind you, this is explosion starter, right? That's like 3.4 off that before the rest of the round. Nutty.
All right, so one of the huge things of the Bang matchup is the OD economy. Like, that is such a large part of how this matchup plays out. Because it doesn't matter what your life total is at. If Bang wakes up with OD, you are in trouble. And so we are going to use this to get all 4 seals, and then we're probably going to get an EA here, which means that we're going to get it again later this round. So, honestly, Rychtor doesn't need another hit until he does wake up OD again, and then he can just win.
Yeah, this is an extremely strong like round start for Rychtor here. I'm not going to lie to you. 5Ds right there. ScienceCat not recognizing the 5D had indeed proc right there.
Got the burst. Rychtor already back to half of his OD. ScienceCat being forced to burst. Barely has any. Definitely not going to see it again this round.
Good mash right here. Looking for some sort of like delay air tech right there. Command grab super comes out, but the fireball is still active, so he's unable to actually follow up off of it. The 5C ends up connecting, not a full confirm, but if there's anything Rychtor is good at, my man is a nice scrambler.
That's true. That's true. He puts those JAs in places I didn't even know they could go.
Dude. You know, I played against Bang a lot of times. And I was like, all right, you know, this character's like annoying, but I can handle it. Sometimes, man, I get hit with JA or JB, and I'm like, what am I doing, man?
Where? For me, it's the nails. It's just like you will be doing something, and a nail will hit you, and Bang will be across the country and get the hit confirmed, and you're like, what?
Bang is busy, like, doing, like, IAD, like, chasing on you already or something, or J2C. Or, what Rychtor really hits me with a lot is that he'll do the J4B float combos and then drag you across the screen while hitting you backwards.
Yeah.
And
That
I'm
shit's
like,
so hot tight.
it's mad cool, but I'm like, damn, dude, I'm gonna get hit. Like, I feel like a clown. 5A anti are really good stuff.
Yeah, like this stuff. These do not look like combos, and that's why they drop.
Oh, damn. ScienceCat using the fireball to force his interaction on his favor.
All right, good JA to cover the space there. No real confirmed, but that's not a huge deal until you lose the game for it. I think this should be it.
We'll see if the combo drops here.
Keeping it easy. I love that. I love that.
Well, the funny part is he got through the hard part immediately of the like web link.
Yeah.
And then was like, okay, I'll just.
Smart. Smart. We were talking about that earlier.
Yeah.
All right, so this is going to be set point for Rychtor here.
Yeah, I believe so.
Looking to see Spooky in Winners Finals, but kind of ScienceCat has anything to say about it. This is a scary position to be in. You know, we've got the mix here. ScienceCat very afraid to actually go for a mix-up. He's been very respectful of his opponent's wake-up options, and so he doesn't actually gotten to do very much.
Yeah, I think the ODs from like the prior game kind of has him a little shook, on top of like some more of the like successful drive explosions. But I think if you were to opt to either like cancel into jump cancelable buttons on block, or maybe try to teleport cancel the invuln through the Bane explosion slash like shadow step follow-ups or what have you, teleports, you might find a bit more success there. Backdash is on the Super Bowl,
and that's going to be it.
Sheesh, good stuff on that.
Yeah, Rychtor really on point with those 3Cs. I mean, that punish was obviously, I'm sure he just knows to do that. But he had the one earlier where he was like, oh, ScienceCat likes to set up here. And he hit him with a fatal 3C, and it was like the whole round. Like, that was the first interaction, and it was just like, oh, Rychtor wins. Because he's able to snowball that into such a large advantage. Because not only does he get 4K, he barely has to spend any nails, and he gets all of the seals knocked out in the corner. Like, what are you going to do? You can get 90% of his life bar back, and then he wakes up ODs with 4 seals, and that's the other 6K of your life. Like,
yeah, it's funny, because Rychtor, I would not say Rychtor is like the most conservative with his nails, really. Like, I think that his resource management is solid. But one thing that Rychtor is excellent at, this dude will always find a way to route into as many seals as possible immediately.
Yeah. Yep.
Right?
I think it's not that he's not conservative with nails. He uses them a lot differently than other bangs do. He uses them a lot less in neutral, and he tries to win more on his fundamentals and his movement. But he likes to use them in combos, and the reason for that is so that he can get seals online. And I think that leaves him in a good situation, because it means that every time he hits you, he gets like his full combo, you're in the corner, he's got all of his resources online, and then he's got like the nails in the pocket for when you get out to scramble back in. So like, he doesn't need a ton more nails, he's gotten what he needs. You hit him, he goes back to neutral, he's like, okay, D nails, I'm still in, hold it. And I think that you'll see that, like Kobe is a player who I think proactively uses nails and neutrals like a lot more. So they're just using them in like different places more than using them more or less, I think. And that's one of the things that's great about BlazBlue is you get so much expression like that on a character like Bang.
Yeah, there are so many different styles of Bang. I remember Kobe's mentioned, like, dude, I've been watching, I think I'd seen maybe some stray messages from Kobe where it's like, I've been watching Fist play Bang, man. I'm just gonna spend the nails, dude. I just gotta spend it. And I'm sitting here like, I don't know, but hey.
Okay, I gotta tell my Fist story really quick. Fist versus SKD CEO Taku 2018. You are 20 seconds into a round. Fist has no nails, no burst, no barrier, no seals. Almost wins. I've never seen a man burn every resource that fast.
Godless game.
All right, so this actually, wait, we've got, Flak versus Aerodat.
Rebel 1, action.
You want to talk about this matchup a little bit? I feel like, I know how this plays out for my characters, but like, I don't want to get hit, right? If I'm Ragna, I don't want to get hit by Kagura. But I don't really know how the rest of the matchup plays out. Do you have any insight for me?
I would say nothing like really specific. I think this is one of those matches where, again, like, because Ragna has like very solid low commit and neutral tools, he really just wants to sit at ranges where he can like flex those very effectively, while Kagura has to like typically play a lot higher risk in order to like get his interactions going. The fact that Ragna has access to like 6B as well as Gauntlet Hades can be very useful for dealing with Flash Kick, just given that you have your overheads to stuff like some of the inputs there.
The one thing I do know about this matchup, though, is that Ragna actually really struggles to get a hard knockdown. So unlike a lot of other characters, he really can't stop Kagura from wake-up reversaling.
Yeah, there's not as many ways where you, like, completely seal that option out here. But honestly, I just think, like...
Immaculate spacing from Aerodat.
Oh, yeah, that was dope. I think this is just one of those matchups where, like, you have a neutral weak character against, like, a very solid, like, protag player, basically. Or protag character, more or less. Who has, like, good buttons that cover mid-range better than you. So it's a matter of either, like, staying at, like, 5C range outside of Ragna 5B, or, like, going in where you can start maybe, like, micro dash like 5B or something of the sort.
One thing we're talking about with Kagura is that a lot of his buttons do this weird thing where they like auto shimmy him. Like 5C and 2C both pull him back a little bit, and it kind of like auto footsies for him, and the reward on those buttons is insane.
Yeah, he shifts around a little bit. I think for Ragnar though, simply because 5B is as big and active as it is, it's not necessarily going to come up as
2C and it hits because Ragnar with 5A. There's no justice in this world. Do you know that?
Look, he just air blocked C flash kick and then didn't punish. There is definitely no justice in this world.
Somebody should do something about this.
Dude, we're just on a space rock, man. I don't know what to tell you. Max DP on the A orb.
All right.
You do not need to do any of that.
He was looking for the fireball, but he might lose this round for it.
Oh, he's not gonna lose a round off of this interaction. Flag
no, I mean not off the interaction, but the consequences of the interaction.
The consequences of his actions. Yeah, there you go. See? Don't worry about the burst. What is Kagura gonna do after a burst? What is Kagura gonna do in neutral?
I would way rather Kagura not have a burst and be in neutral than he have OD.
And in the corner, right? Like, it's one of those things where it's very easy to worry too heavily on whether or not your opponent has burst and what happens, but I think in this sort of matchup where as a general rule of thumb, this is not always the case. If you have a life lead and your neutral is better than your opposing character, you can afford to take it.
Here's an even simpler way. On a game one, let him fucking do it and learn. So this is not looking good. We are
dropping combos and mashing DPs in the air. Yes, indeed. Caught the roll, but not quite there for the confirm.
Ragnar one overhead away from death, though.
Oh, good heavens.
I don't know. Flak really likes barring with that 2C, and it has been working for him. But I feel like that is a consequence of his opponent's actions and not his decision making.
That's more, yes, it is more Aerodat fumbling than with the 2C being ideal in any sense. Flash kick
Unsafe
ends up
jump?
connecting. A danger jump, yes.
Alright, the stagger pressure here is pretty good. Trying to bait out the flash kick. Gets a counter assault instead. I think that's a solid option from Flak. Unfortunately, tries to set up a fireball that gets him killed on the air dash back in.
Yeah, and I'm surprised that Flak didn't opt to like let a flash kick rip a little bit earlier on the stagger sequence.
I think he was expecting like a counter hit on the counter assault and to have more time, and just didn't like react appropriately to it.
Maybe so. Big countering on the stance normal, not much is going to come up with it.
Ooh.
And yeah, boss walk on him just to A, assert dominance, but B, to also throw off some timings. A lot of times when a player does that, you're expecting them to either QA or mash. So the 6D is a nice way of like hard calling out a potential wake-up defensive throw.
Yep.
But
But
doesn't
it's
retrain, but
very
yeah.
hard to IAD in on Kagura.
I mean, really, it's like you're trying to IAD against Kagura when he's down backing. Very like blatant.
Ooh, he didn't want that.
Yeah.
I think that was an RC and he mashed it.
Should be able to kill off of this confirm. Doesn't need to use.
Yeah, he is looking. Ooh, okay, we whiffed. And then we bait it. Okay.
Oh,
Can
he
he
could-
kill without popping OD here?
No.
Okay. I meant earlier, but I guess he can still do it.
Yeah, I'm surprised that Flak didn't burst himself earlier.
He's alive.
He has to RC. Oh, he didn't believe in it. He's thinking about DPing.
Yeah, I'm thinking about DPing.
I don't think he's,
I'm thinking about DPing again.
surely not, right? Worry about the flash kick, the double overhead's gonna connect.
Yeah, I
out.
wonder if Aerodat had done like a 5B immediate OD on the punish, if he could have done a combo that would have done more damage. I don't know enough about Ragnar Theory, but that I see that a lot on a lot of other characters where you can get like a link that lets you do better pro-rating moves earlier in the combo.
Yeah, honestly, I think he could have just ended with DP.
Grabs him out of the command grab!
That was something.
Yeah, command grabs do not typically have throw involved in BlazBlue.
Unless you're Hazama.
Does it really?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Hazama command grab is throwing one.
That's wild.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Good for him, I guess.
No.
Bad for us.
I'm just gonna say that.
Oh, this OD, yeah,
on
he's
the
dead.
3C, yeah, you're
Oh, he's gonna get a burst. He's gonna get a
rent
burst.
asunder unless you do the wrong combo. I know Kagura has
No!
extra health, but please stop fumbling. My God, you're going to kill me. You're going to destroy my
DPRC.
hope and dreams.
Oh.
2C at mid-range against Ragnar the Blood Edge. Oh my God.
Hey, you know
Yeah,
what?
no.
You know what? Good for Aerodat. I'm happy for him.
Would you flash kick for 2 cents down the street? Would you flash kick for $1 million?
They should pay us to get the flash kick,
These are the
honestly.
These are the questions you have to ask, man. These are the questions you have to ask.
The wheel of fate
All
is
right,
turning.
so we're on game 3 now.
Level 1. Action.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's great. I love that.
Casual 4K, by the way.
Yeah. More than that, because that was a 5C. That was not a 5B. So we're at 4.6. Good mash out. I like that. Not holding the staggers here. Also, a mash out with 2A instead of 2C. I really like that.
Oh my God.
Oh, I
no.
think I didn't think he was tracking the meter. I think he thought that that 5C was going to punish.
Presumably, yeah. Big trade here. Nothing really resulting from it except for extended Ragnar pressure.
Good confirm here. I think we're going to kill.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. All
That
right.
was a really cool route, actually.
Good stuff. All right, Aerodat on set point. Mistakes into miracles.
Rebel 2. Action.
Check it for the 5C again. Interesting choice when you don't have OD on deck again. Because, I mean, the risk reward is a lot different now because you are taking 3.6 and you're in the corner.
Yeah, I wonder if he's confident that it will still, like, stuff out at 2C and 5C, where, like, he might have had to, like, microdash 5B instead at, like, a round start to, like, check for some of Kagura's options. I'm honestly surprised that Aerodat is still IAGing at those ranges, because he's been doing them very frequently, and Flak has been really good about, like, typically B flash kicking, but
I do not-
quite this time.
I do not think that Flak has been consistently good enough about it to stop Aerodat. Like, he's done it a few times where the reward has not been devastating enough, where it's just, like, annoying and not a deterrent.
Kind of, sort of.
blocking here.
Simply
Tense
jumping over the
situation.
orb.
Now, Aerodat having OD on deck is great because of...
He gets to use it to kill.
Yeah.
Kill
Well,
him.
no, more importantly, it defensively is very powerful against Kagura. It is really hard for Kagura to put together a string with any level of threat whatsoever that is not vulnerable to OD in a way that gets you killed. And you saw it right there, right? As he's doing the like spaced 5C fireballs, and it was all good and fine. And he hit 2C, Aerodat popped OD, and he lost the game on the spot.
Yeah, I think it's really, really important to make sure that you're showing OD properly against Kagura, because pretty much any sort of C normal that Kagura wants to go for is extremely vulnerable against OD.
As well as every single drive move.
Yeah, he pops stance, you see him commit to something, and then you just like click OD. I think the only exception is maybe like 60B, but like you just like up back in response to that basically, and then you're like out of there. So we have our winner's side almost completely cleaned up here right now.
That was loser said.
Yeah, no, I'm saying no, I'm just talking about in general.
Oh yeah.
Because we have winner's side nearly complete, and that's going to be Spooky versus Rychtor in winners finals. And then for our loser side, we are just waiting on ScienceCat versus Rychtor to determine who will get that first. We'll get the next slot for loser semis.
Yeah. So this is interesting because Nick has played a lot of this matchup against me.
Yes.
Years ago. So he actually knows the Azrael matchup a lot more than most people. He's labbed it quite a bit. One of Ryder's problems is he does not get a lot of good experience with people who actually know the matchup of this character, which is night and day for Azrael. If you know how to fight Azrael, he becomes like a third the strength of as a character. If you don't know what Azrael's doing, he gets to win almost by accident.
It's weird, right? Like, I think that Azrael is still like a pretty solid character. It's that like...
I'm not saying that he's...
Just to clarify, right? Like, you, like, once your opponent is past the layer of like knowing like the basic things, that is when like you need to have a lot of depth as an Azrael main to really like put in the work to understand his character and their options. I would say that Ryder in general has been pretty interested in kind of like, going down that route, so to speak, in terms of like learning the character and the game a bit more. I mean, the dude plays like a ton of different games. He has a Johnny in Strive. He plays Aoko in CC, and then in Undernight he's been playing Ssmoothie. So he's definitely been trying out like he's been doing that. And then I was talking to him on Friday as well when you had popped in, right? Like he was interested in like messing around with like Naoto and a few other characters, and I was just like running through it like kind of like half jokingly like this is what these guys do, and like some of these are just like fun to lab, and you'll probably just learn some random stuff off of that, like off the strength of that alone.
Naoto's a character I think I would like, but I don't want to do all that.
I
don't got the hands for it.
It's not as much as you think. It's really not as much as you think.
Yeah?
Yeah, deadass. Like, I'm so serious. Like, I'm not an execution monster at all, right? Like,
That's not true.
I'm not an execution monster.
That's not true.
No, I'm not.
You're nice as hell.
I'm not an execution monster. I'm nice. I'm not an execution monster. Like, if you sat me in front of like a Marvel 2 cab or in front of like a Marvel 3 thing, like I'm not like busting out like crazy tack infinites or anything like that.
Listen, I'm just saying, wherever you are, I am solidly 2 steps below on execution. I play my easy character with my easy combos.
Look, I'll put it like this. Naoto frequently is more of like, it's less can you execute it at all, and it's more, do you understand what's currently happening? Can you react accordingly and input something that makes sense? And then also, hey, how good are you at the buffer system? You want to know what's actually really funny? So you know like the basic like Valkanine combo where he does like Wolf 5C into stuff?
That's hard.
You know if you don't buffer properly, that's like 2 2-frame links. You actually have to buffer your button presses so they become like 5 to like 8 frames.
Okay.
Somewhere around there. But if you don't know to buffer it early, it's like it's two 2-frame links in quick succession. That is like your basic BMB.
Yeah, no, that stuff's hard.
Yeah, frame
okay,
step tools.
so this matchup I have a lot of experience with. It is a little rough for Azrael. Kokonoe has a lot of really strong ways to control the opponent's positioning on the screen, and Azrael does not have a lot of good ways to control his own positioning on the screen. So the pacing of this can be set by Kokonoe very well. But, as always, if Azrael gets in, none of that matters anymore.
Somewhat. Why does Shue low profile 5C?
She needs it or
No, she
something.
doesn't.
Yeah, she does not need it.
That's like
3C whiffed entirely, by the way.
That was very funny. I was not expecting that. I don't think Ryder like realized what had happened for a moment. IADs roll through.
Good IB.
So Ryder, like when it comes to like Gustav coming out, Ryder would definitely recognize places in which like people are like the times in which people are IDing and back off respectively. I think one thing that is good to do is to like make sure that you're still like either pressing when you're disadvantaged or like showing GP in some spots. Mostly just to show that you're willing to like show a couple of different options and like scare people out of certain
Ooh,
things.
he tried to barrier, but he was still in the cancel window for the overhead, so he got Crush Trigger instead.
Yeah. Ooh, not quite there with the Blackhawk Stinger. That's probably why he got the 5D. However, Rychtor still managing to get that last confirmed and taking the first round of the set.
So one thing that you'll notice too is that ScienceCat is actually going through very different setups on Wake Up because Azrael has the ability to OS Growler with EP to beat out Kokonoe cross-ups.
Oh yeah, that is like a really big thing.
Yeah, so if Kokonoe stays same side, Azrael will do a Wake Up Growler and will absorb the Fireball, and if Kokonoe crosses up, Azrael will DP and punish the teleport.
Yeah, and we can see that right now with the ways in which like ScienceCat's trying to like up back or do other things on the way to check for some of these options here from Rychtor.
So we saw that same situation where Azrael IAD'd and got stuffed by 5C earlier, except earlier the 5C whiffs, and the entire reason for that is actually how late Rychtor hits his button. If he hits it later, he will extend his hurt box downwards later into it, giving the 5C time to whiff and allowing him to punish. But because he hit it so early that time, he got hard smoked instead. You see a lot of these situations a lot. I run into it a lot with Tsubaki, where like when you hop over a move like an Azrael 5C, it's the difference between getting stuffed and getting it punished.
Right. I'm in pain. He doesn't know the Fireball punish. He blocked it, but he didn't have a punish with it. So like nothing really happened. And ScienceCat just escaped back while the Fireball like came down again. I will. Oh, I'm gonna bother him about that. That one I think is just weird. That's a weird esoteric situation.
He has not gotten to play this matchup very much, so I am not surprised he doesn't know it, and it is whack. Azrael has a really hard time with it.
The Rings of Saturn. JB connecting a couple of times. Could have RC'd to finish up. Going to catch the roll, but not quite there for the confirm. Couple of scrambles in quick succession, but Rychtor placing buttons decently enough to get it done.
Okay, listen.
Yeah, what's up?
Azrael scrambles for you. Rychtor's doing fine, but you can hit whatever you want on Azrael in a scramble. You're probably okay.
As long as it's a B button.
A button?
If it's a B button. Some A buttons.
You can just hit 5A.
Some A buttons. 5A.
You can just hit
5A and the B button.
If you don't know what you're doing in a moment with Azrael and you hit 5 or JA, you're probably fine.
I think that is valid and true.
I've played this character. I could say that.
That is why I'm not putting my opinion out there beyond that. I'm just saying, yeah. All right. I believe it. Genuinely, too. As sarcastic as I can. I'm saying that sounds really funny.
All right, really good pressure from ScienceCat there, getting the throw, which is not something people look for against Kokonoe a lot. I see like Mygo do that a lot too, where you play a nasty mixed character and you're like, but were you looking for a throw? I'll take my free combo now. And there you get to see that. I don't know if he OS'd it, but he still did get to do the Growler. I think Nick was checking. He's like, do you know to do this? And I think Rychtor just was going to Growler either way.
That I really want to ask the players to know whether or not that is just like a funny coincidence that will change both players' minds about how how the OP will go. That being said, yeah, it looks like ScienceCat is.
He did it again, and Rychtor didn't know. Something to tell him afterwards. He's always really receptive with that stuff.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Ooh, teleports right out of that Gustav. That was a close call there. He really risked just getting counter hit by that. All right. I really want to see, it doesn't matter anymore because he hit him. I was going to say, I really want to see ScienceCat slow this down. We got 30 seconds on the clock. He's got an enormous life lead. I feel like going in is like the one sure way to lose that round. But it doesn't matter because he got a hit. Okay, reward on this? Terrible though. 2.2k, Azrael air throw mid-screen with no weak points is such a bad reward.
6B counter it, however, with an upper weak point, very much so decent reward.
It's fine. Okay. I had to teach Rychtor combos with this. He knows so many better combos than me, but he doesn't know the counter hit 6B1.
Oh my god. He did the 5A, but he didn't believe in it. He's going to RC.
Ooh, the RC into Sentinel Dump is interesting. I have said before, I do not think there are very many occasions where Sentinel Dump both works and there's not a better option.
I think that's valid. In all seriousness, yeah. Sentinel Dump is like,
oh my god, he just whiffs the JC above Rychtor, and then Rychtor just punishes the 5A, because like, what is he gonna do?
Yeah. So I was talking to Rychtor about this kind of like yesterday, where I was like, hey dude, like
Azrael classic round start 3C, we get a big combo.
He loves round start 3C, I'm not
Every Azrael loves round start 3C. The round start 3C trade is the Azrael handshake.
That's true. That's true. That is true.
And it has some valid applications. It's low crush, so it's actually
It's a low crushing low, dude. That
Yeah.
thing is nuts.
If you think that Kokono is going to do a round start 3C, it is genuinely an excellent option.
Yeah.
And it's very hard to punish on block. It can be disadvantageous, but it is a better option than you would expect. Great block on the cross-up.
Oh, I'm bewildered, brother. And then you were talking about again, right?
Yeah.
You see the weird, messy, complicated, like, mix-up scenario, and then ScienceCat goes, all right, but what up, bro?
Are you OSing right now? No? Okay.
It's like,
All right.
dang, that's a...
Ooh.
Whoa.
Okay, oh no, he tried to barrier and he got it crossed up. Because ScienceCat teleported through him and he got the 6B. He was definitely trying to block there.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
He's dead.
Well,
Oh,
he's got
gonna
burst available. Yeah, that's a problem. Rychtor had to figure out a different route to find a way to, like, either do, like, TCL into, like, EHS or something.
Ooh, absorbs the bomb. That was interesting. Good awareness from him on that part. And it's going to be on ScienceCat to track this fireball right now. And if he gets hit by it, he does just die.
Oh, my goodness. The one scenario in which
Ooh, he got
ScienceCat's just a little too far, but burst comes out, 30 seconds left on the clock.
Oh man, this
He's
is
gonna
a
send
set
out a
point
fireball.
for Rychtor too.
He's going to jump up and fireball. He's going to super fireball. I'm calling it right now. Come on, ScienceCat. Make me right. Please. Counter assault? No.
Oh, he didn't believe in it.
There's the counter assault, just a hair late, but the 2D
The
connects.
low. Rychtor absolutely clutching that out. 19 seconds on the clock. Both characters one touch from death. That point keeps it together. And that means that he is going to go to loser semis for the run back versus Aerodat.
Yeah. So one thing that I think has been interesting about Rychtor's pressure, and we may see it on the clips here, aside from, God,
That was pretty sick.
scrambles are mad funny, I'm not going to lie to you. But yeah, one thing I think that Rychtor would benefit from is that, like, I think that he has graduated from, like, okay, my 5Ds are not working, I will cross you up 4 times. But I think he's now still not as sure of what to do when his opponent is successfully getting through a couple of mix-ups.
I think that is one of the big struggles with like Azrael as a character, where once your opponent kind of knows how to deal with a layer 1, it is his tools are very limited, and the way that you have to get creative is not very straightforward and requires a disproportionately large amount of knowledge about the game compared to all of the stuff you've had to learn until now. It is actually the specific point that I got to with Azrael, where I was like, I do not want to play this character anymore, which was partially the kit. It wasn't just...
Oh, no, that's fair, that's fair. But yeah, it's definitely, I would say, the difficulty spike in learning how to run his pressure. Where you're like, dude, I just get like a free overhead, and then my 2D is like plus. What? Yeah, I'm just going to press those buttons. And then 6D is like funny, haha. And then like once you get past that point, like, yeah, again, I do agree just to kind of reinforce this, that the things that you were doing as Azrael are a lot different. The patience that is expected of you is a lot like different, and like the style changes dramatically.
And people
like,
do not pick this character to be patient.
Yeah, like I think a lot of people at a glance just look at, I mean, he's a very brawlic character, really good at handling scrambles, tons of damage with resources, pretty simple enough mechanic to deal with.
Yeah.
And then like slowly but surely you start realizing like, oh, this character actually really likes to like position himself in like really ambiguous spots for the opponent, actually. Yeah. And then he just does like really safe strings, 2As every now and then kind of just looks at you like, all right, dude, what are you going to do?
All right, okay, we're going to have, this is the 2 best defensive OD characters in the game against 2 of the best RPSers I personally know. We've got Rychtor and Spooky, Bang versus Hawkman.
Oh, God. All right, I'm going to get really tired really fast.
Some goofball shit's gonna happen, like 100%.
I'm not gonna try to play-by-play this one super heavily. I'm not gonna lie to y'all folks.
Hey, good confirm for Rychtor there. We got the weird 2C scramble, he falls out of it. But I mean, counters, now we're in the corner, overhead, great. Hits him low, overhead blocks the overhead and respects it. So Hawkman can combo his cancel his overhead into counter. So even when you block it, it can be very hard to take your turn successfully. And
why was that 4 points? Why is he dead? Oh, never mind. I'm a liar. Haha. 5D. Tried to go for a 5C. 5A match.
I was going to say, important that that Spooky is out of meter, but it wasn't for even a moment.
Yeah, he was just chilling. I'm not going to lie to you.
Good whiff punish from Rychtor. Spooky trying to press up to the whiff 6A, getting hit for it. Rychtor dropping, not substantially.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
That's bad. Whiffing your command grab on the OD activation, that sucks. This is sick.
This is like Christmas for Hakumen.
Yeah, it is a very nice present. Already up around, mind you, spent a ton of his meter on that command, but like, look at the position that Rychtor is in. Like, this is not ideal for him to like get out of here like whatsoever right now.
Yeah, I mean,
Throw connects, and this is just going to be it. That's game 1 of winners finals already.
yeah, and this is just going to be that kind of round. Richter's got a little bit of a bigger hill to climb as far as like life totals and damage output. The number of interactions that Spooky has to win is probably comparable, but he gets to access more of them earlier and having to have one less interactions. Like, to really unlock the damage on Bang, you gotta get your seals, you wanna have OD, you have to have meter. Hakumen's just getting the meter for free for existing, and he starts with the amount of OD timer that he really needs.
That's a genuinely really interesting way of looking at like the pace of the matchup. I had not thought of it necessarily. Oh no. Sometimes it's a little weird to conceptualize like fighting games as like the early game, mid game, late game. You think of that in like a lot of other types of like strategy games or even like MOBAs and so on and so forth. But like the way that you pace yourself can like greatly be defined by some of these resources that you were just talking about now.
Yeah.
Drop combos looking like Neta. Jesus Christ, guys.
Yeah, so we have the situation right here where, like, now, well, he's dead.
Oh, my God.
But Richter's resources were really, like, on deck. If he hits Spooky, he might just win.
Well, that's condition 1.
Yeah, I think he was going to pop OD there and kill him. But Spooky was bursting through it.
5e does lose to overheads. It does lose to those property moves. Oh, my God. And I think 60 would also lose to that, too. This is dicey.
Ooh,
oh
great grab.
God.
This should be it. But that combo is hard. I see Bangs drop that all the time. So I'm really happy that Rychtor didn't. And this,
he might have to RC.
He might have to RC. Hakumen's got a lot of health.
Oh, no! Yeah, he had to RC ODDA. It wasn't quite enough. That is as close as it gets, folks. Whoa! Yukikaze! Jesus!
I saw Richter's life flash before my eyes right there.
That was a jump scare. Not like one of the, that's not like a Five Nights at Freddy's jump scare. That's one of those ones where like you look across the corner and you see something in like, I don't know, Outlast, and you're like, huh! And then you like walk away. Okay, JC coming out here, just sending Rychtor all the way off the full screen.
Ooh, yeah, I mean, that's a strong option. Once you see Bang Aerodash in, he doesn't really have a lot of ways to get out of the spacing of Enma.
Ooh, drop combo there, but Spooky fully believing in it. J4V's too active, man. You gotta respect that thing. Yukikaze doesn't end up getting proc. Spooky gets the OD, but honestly, the results are a bit lacking. Probably one of the bigger things is the fact that he's now inactive.
Yeah, he has no meter, though, which is very irrelevant, because it means that even if he gets a hit here, he might not be able to kill. I don't know if Rychtor can pop.
He can.
Okay.
He can kill him, for sure. Yeah, he might not even need to pop.
I was thinking more about before Hakumen first was back online, but he did it.
Yeah, I think he did. I genuinely forget what just happened. If he did like webnail.
He did webnail in the super.
Yeah, I would say
he can't burst the webnail either.
Yeah, I would say Rychtor in general is pretty good about like setting webnail into like super or webnail into high burst high burst damage move. Whenever the burst gauge could potentially become a factor.
Good early air grab. I'm telling you, I always see Bangs drop that. That combo's unnecessarily hard.
Dude, that's like half of Bang's B&Bs are like... Bang B&Bs to me are like the ones where they're like absurdly hard until they're not, and then you still drop them randomly.
Good weight again. I do like Rychtor...
I need you to handle this.
Listen.
I need you to handle this. I need you to handle this.
I really like how Rychtor is playing these interactions. I don't like how he's executing his combo. I know he doesn't either. We're on that same page together.
That was like 4 interactions that only did 2K, specifically because he dropped all of them.
Ooh, okay, gets the burst out of Spooky though. That's really huge. Rychtor with active flow on deck definitely won't need to spend his burst this round if he wants to get a win.
Oh my goodness.
Ooh, okay.
I thought he blocked that actually. Oh my god, that was so weird.
He does not have enough resources to kill, tries to reset, gets the falling JA, and this should just be it. We're just gonna...
You are dead, 60 super.
Yeah, okay, alright, yeah. No, this is great. And then now there's a huge burst lead, which is like, again, this whole matchup is on the burst economy, right? Hakumen not being able to wake up OD means that his threat happens so much later into the round. and it lets Rychtor get away with riskier things like command grab early because Spooky can't realistically threaten them in a meaningful way until he has resources online.
Dude,
Meanwhile,
Spooky has been jumping into Richter's loving arms for the past like 3-4 rounds. I saw 2 round start up forward air throws. Rychtor finally like changed it a little bit to go for JA, which ended up succeeding. Reset into the command grab.
Gets active flow though, despite not doing the EA.
No. That was, I'm not gonna lie, bomb failing in that specific way is so strange.
Okay, well, I think we've got the meter here. He shouldn't be dead.
Pop something. Oh my god, never mind. I'm just wrong.
No, he had it for the Hotaru, and that's really all he needs. He gets to do a surprisingly large amount there.
Oh, true. You're right, actually. Oh.
Okay, that's actually not a great interaction for Spooky because he spent his 1 star at round start for like no reward. And now he's just in the corner with no money. And, I mean, he's got OD, right? They both have OD on deck, and that's scary. Rychtor with 3 out of 4 seals, still has 11 nails, but no meter. Less important for Bang than Hawkman, though.
This is so weird resource-wise. JTC, but it's going to be these throws that are really doing so much work against Rychtor here. My god.
Ooh, catches him out of the super. Not the super, the OD. This is going to be a grip
Oh,
that we're dropping.
Well, not really dropping Smile, since my opponent is not holding A,
All right.
B, or C.
Yeah, this should be...
You don't pick this up. Yeah, you don't got this. I'm so sorry.
He does get 3 stars for his trouble, so it does mean that he's got good access to all of his tools.
Oh,
Reset into the overhead. He's got OD on deck, so this could be
You're
it.
dead. You're dead. You're absolutely dead.
All right.
He's not even going to bother popping OD. He doesn't need to. Now that I think about it.
Both of these guys are so good, but also, this is neither of their day.
They are able and willing to fumble at many opportunities.
Spooky might fumble goat, though. Nobody fumbles quite like Spooky.
Dang. Enough of whose highs are higher, whose lows are lower.
No, his lows are so high. Spooky will be like, oops, it'll reset you 7 times into curse. And
You said he fumbles harder.
yeah, it doesn't mean he loses.
Ah, damn. Ah, damn.
I have seen Spooky drop 7 round winning combos in the same round and win.
That's just love. Bang, universal rule number 1. If there is a bumper, Bang will use it.
Well, why else would he put it on the screen? Oh, interesting choice to go for the 3C there instead of the charge 60, or the charge 60. I wonder if he just wasn't confident on the timing. I think Spooky could have killed there.
I genuinely, I don't think so, but I wouldn't be like shocked if he did.
This whole round is going too fast. We don't have time to talk about it.
Oh my god. Emma getting caught. 63 AA getting caught by the
Air grabs him out. We got this hard combo again that we're dropping.
Dude, why is that the air throw out?
All right. Well, we're guessing. I don't think he lives, and I don't think he can RC into a real combo.
No, you could RC. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't see that situation a lot, so I just wasn't expecting that to go that way.
I mean, Rychtor in general. Pardon me.
How can you be sleepy during this?
Rychtor in general, I just ate a basket of fries. Rychtor in general is like really good about like double supering when he has resources, so it doesn't really come up very often like for him to like need RC.
Do you see the guard point to beat out the Enma? I thought that was a really interesting. Oh no, he dropped it. He didn't get the fatal. That's why.
If we want to talk about mini fumbles, it's a haha. It's still my turn and I'm running offense. Look no further.
I was gonna say, are we gonna talk about Azrael again?
Dude, look at Bang. Look at Mr. Shishigami. Oh my god, he's getting.
I'm actually surprised the Rychtor 5 lost there. But Rychtor is actually on set point to go into grands.
Great instant
Top
block.
OD.
That was actually good. That was really good. Color me impressed.
Hey, I think honestly, Rychtor dropped a hell of a lot there. I was playing him earlier. He's having the same thing.
Yeah.
I think he's adjusting back to PS4 because he's been on the ground for PC.
He's been playing that a lot.
And
so.
you know what? It didn't matter. 3-1 versus Spooky, not easy.
No, it is not.
I've never done it. Actually, that's probably not true. I've almost never done it.
Statistically speaking, it is a rarity.
But we're going to go to loser's side for the run back.
Yeah, it looks good. So yeah, after we kind of looked through some of these replays of just all of these absolutely bananas interactions like this OD, still getting hit with Tsubaki but not leading into anything. Fantasy, do you want to talk to the people about some of the things that we got coming up here?
Yeah, so we have a lot of really exciting stuff at BostonBlueBeat. We've already talked about the exhibitions that we have coming up this week, plus our Uni and CF. We've got Us versus Texas, which you're in. Both of those players, all 4 remaining players in this bracket and you are that exhibition from our side. On top of that, we have our next monthly, which is going to be on May 11th, so everyone should stay tuned for that. And then after the exhibitions, we have the Burst Limit finale, the winner of which are going to be flown out for our big event coming up in August, Beach Episode. We have our first ever event upgrading to a hotel venue. We're like 4 months out. We're still already over 100 people. In addition to all of our normal games, we are also running Tekken, Street Fighter, and Smash. It's going to be really exciting. It'll be the first regional in Massachusetts. Because normally they get run in like Connecticut or, nearby, but not in our state. So it's very exciting. I'm super excited for it. I hope to see all of these players and everyone watching at home there, if possible. And then after the Burst Limit finale, which I was talking about before that, we are going to go back to our regular weeklies between now and Beach Episode. No Ranbat series, but we will be there every week running all of these games, plus our CF Uni online for everyone to play in.
Yeah, and if I recall correctly, that finale is going to be on April 20th, if I got the date right.
Yeah, it is a week from today.
Yes. So that is coming up very soon, folks. We're going to see a lot of very high-level players battling it out for a chance to get a free trip to Massachusetts. Again, it's going to be during Beach Episode, which is from August 10th to August 11th. If you guys want to show up, have a blast, see me potentially take another wide Toledo photo, please pull up for that. All of those random weird Toledo memes you see, half of those stem from our videos that we made for Beach Episode.
Oh yeah, those are great.
Half of them come from me just like existing or like acting, and people are like, give me that screenshot, give me that screenshot, give me that screenshot. Just need to remind the folks that that comes literally from us over at Boston.
Yeah, if you want to be there when the memes happen live, show up at Beach Episode.
Yeah, I'm sure someone will scream or something of that sort.
But if you want even more BlazBlue, and you're not getting enough here with BostonBlueBeat, World Serpent Championship is actually going on right now. I think today they're doing their charity tournament, and then they're going to have at least one region basically every week through May.
Oh my God, it really is already mid-April. If you guys don't know them already, World Serpent Champion tournament has been going for like a few years now, like three to 4.
Oh, I think way more than that. It's been
yeah,
going longer than we've been around, I think.
Yeah,
Chickzama, the GOAT, has been doing this far longer than I have, been holding it down for CF. Longer than BostonBlueBeat has existed. So absolutely, please go over there, check it out. They're doing something really incredible, getting a tournament on basically every continent with players.
Yes.
Antarctica's got to show up, but like other than that, we got them all.
Well, we'll see what's going on. But if you live somewhere and you like BlazBlue, you can go and play it. Just check it out online. All right?
And on rollback now, they were doing this in delay, and we just had to hold that.
Yeah, it's on rollback. And look, PC port may be annoying sometimes, but that rollback is sweet. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. So many players that I now get to mash and complain about. It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
I get to complain like never before.
Dude, and then it's like, that's crazy. Might have to use that as a new like advertisement for rollback. Like, you want to complain about more people? By all means.
That's true.
But yeah, just in general, there's like a ton of stuff coming up there for that side of things. Yeah, and I think in general, people are getting pretty hyped. This is going to be our second to last monthly before we are moving into. So remind me when the May monthly is.
May monthly's on the 11th.
Yeah. So we have 2 monthlies before Combo Breaker comes up. So if you guys want that like in-region tournament practice, gearing up to it, I would definitely pull up for next month.
We will both be there.
Yes.
I will be running something, I believe, and
Yeah.
then I will hopefully be in BlazBlue. And then you're going to be getting at least top 8 again. I get to say it so that you don't have to.
I've been so the actual struggle here. If you guys have seen my Twitter, I'm not playing BlazBlue that much. I've been playing like a ton of other random games.
Yeah.
It'll probably end up being like one of those things where it's like I'm adventuring out into like other video games, and then I happen to get better at fighting games like as a whole. But yeah, I still do need to. I need to put in the hours.
Yeah. Hey, I mean, I've been grinding Balatro, which is not helping me with the fighting game.
Every freaking day I talk to you, it's like, dude, I got gold stake on this new deck, and I think these strats are this, and that.
Yeah.
And
I've
I'm
been
like,
thinking, I was like, oh, I could make like a tier list for Velatro,
oh my
and
God.
I gotta give Northern Lion a competition for content creator.
No. That man is unhinged. You can't. And look.
He's just Germa for straight people.
Germa straight people.
Yeah.
See, I've heard Germa for people jobs.
Related groups.
Wow. What?
Don't worry about it. Listen.
Look, I'm gonna let you.
I'm in that
this.
community. I could say.
I'm gonna let you do your thing.
All right.
and
So
I will
Ryder
see.
versus Aerodat run back. Aerodat actually won this really clean before, but Ryder is a strong player. I'm interested to see the adjustments that he makes going forward.
Oh man, looks like he got a whole do-rag on soon. Oh my God.
Yeah, he's got a different fit today. He does look like a different person.
Normally it's like the brown bomber jacket with like some other accoutrement. But you just got like a whole tee.
I think it was funny as hell. The thing that you said last time when you were talking about his characters.
Oh yes, yeah. Absolutely accurate. I double checked this too. And I'll talk to you about it. But yeah, there's a certain aesthetic with the characters he plays, and I was like, I know this. I know of this. 2D ends up whiffing. So Ryder really does like to check for a lot of delay text with 2D. It can be pretty. Honestly, 2D can be a really easy check.
If he actually recovers in time to still meaty, it's a really strong check for delay tech.
Oh my God.
Okay, the burst is probably the best thing Aerodat could hope to get out of this round, so we're pretty happy.
Yeah. And right now, Ryder very comfortable, kind of like sitting still. So when I was talking to him, like yesterday about like kind of like CC, I was like, dude, you're playing a game that has like very high movement and all that stuff. So while like you do play Alco, who has like way more movement in general, like there are a lot of movement principles from Melty that you can still apply to Azrael, and the ability to walk or do other stuff is like very strong. So I think we can see Ryder do that a little bit more with the willingness to like sit on the ground and
wait a
back
minute.
that door.
Aerodat he mashed on the IB and still got hit. He didn't believe in it.
Smashed the wrong button, I guess. But that's what I'm saying. Sometimes you gotta mash even when you're minus. Like on. Whoa! Why did the 5C clash with DP? Incredible work. Jesus.
Okay.
Mind you, Ryder already had the freaking Gustav Prime.
Yeah, Aerodat not getting a burst back this round. Ryder got over half of his back already. This is an ugly situation for Aerodat, but it's going to get a little bit better. The lifesteal here is going to probably put him into a reasonable touch range depending on what he gets hit by. And he's only got to hit Ryder one more time to clutch it out.
Maybe a counter assault coming up. That's 100 meter. That's a ton to spend with this. Gonna pop the OD, belligerent DP in response to it. I understand the vibes. I definitely did that to Ryder myself in casuals.
I think that DP is a lot better against characters who aren't Azrael because normally Ragna's DP always wins, but Azrael's is actually so slow if they both DP there.
Oh yeah, it's
Azrael
one of
will
those
go
like
right
mad info modding because of it.
Oh, he didn't get that. He didn't get
Oh,
that.
he could have been able to.
Astro.
Oh, okay, you know what? Doesn't matter. Just kill him.
Just kill him.
Just kill him. But yeah, that could have been like a couple of buttons like right into Astral. Azrael,
Okay.
Astral, I forget how wide it is.
We got Pico in chat saying, "What is bro riding?" I want everyone to know that Ryder's @ on Twitter is actually Ryder of Car, which is extra funny because he just got his license. Like this week.
I didn't actually know what his Twitter was. It just never came up. It truly never came up. Oh my God, that is kind of funny actually.
Ooh, good throw out of the cross up here. I believe that is I believe Aerodat is using the OS there.
Yeah, you can definitely 1 ABC.
Good bait on the DP, does the OD so he gets the guaranteed hit here. Stops Ryder from getting out and also get a grip of life back. That's like a whole hit back on Ragna's life.
It's a 5B and some change. Oh, and it's gone. Damn.
Yeah, I mean, that's the amount of life he gained back. So he's still alive right now. If he...
The fact that it was not a 5C fatal punish, and I did not see Ragna absolutely leave this
Ryder's
mortal
got to
coil.
spend OD to kill there, and he didn't do it. So.
Yeah, a little too much dip in his chip, perhaps, as some of the folks would say.
Ooh, great call out. Okay, gets the burst out of Ryder. Again, very strong.
And you were mentioning this earlier, but these like IADJCs are very particularly good at beating Azrael backdash, which can make the matchup a little bit more difficult.
DP's out of the overhead.
Oh my God!
Too much respect gets thrown.
Yeah.
I've respected from Ryder there. I think that was a strong option to rotate in, especially after like a little bit of a delay.
I just think that he thought that on Aerodat was going to throw him. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, you think he's a raw techer?
I think he's
Boo this man.
I think that was a stand tech. I'm not
Boo.
I know.
Stand techer.
I know. It's a dangerous world out here.
This is what a stand techer deserves right here.
Like, that's such fine. I mean, it's bragging to the Blood Edge. You just click 6D. You know what I'm saying? He's got the anti.
Oh, he's dead.
Oh my God. Perfection
Oh,
or not?
he's alive.
5D. Oh,
Oh,
no.
he's dead.
You swapped this like 4 times. That was a very scrambly end. To an
Hey,
otherwise.
we're still a perfect.
Yeah.
You can scramble as much as you want if you get a perfect.
That's the best worst part about it all.
Great DP there. Good catch on the roll, too. Aerodat really turning the momentum around here, which is important because, I mean, Ryder is on tournament point right now. Or not tournament point, set point.
Set point, yeah. I think Aerodat is very keyed into the fact that he's very keyed into the fact that Ryder typically goes for his mix-up options after 5BB. Because that's something like the latest points in which Azrael can go into like 5B. Oh,
Ooh,
God.
he did not have to burst that.
That was the meatiest of 6 A's I've seen in my goddamn life. Oh my goodness.
Okay, I think he just tried to block the cross-up and got counter assault.
Yeah, looks like it.
But honestly, that was fine a second ago.
That is what I told you to do, Ryder. You see the 5A of the gods. The thing anti-air is like a freaking truck, dude.
I hate that 5 active for 6 frames.
Absolutely.
Who catches the jump attempt here? Okay, so this is going to be guess for game for both characters.
All right, if he did 2 and 4, 2 and 4D, I'm willing to bet it would catch Arrow, but he's not going to do that.
I just want to see the O. Okay, just confirm it.
All right, all I need to see is literally.
Oh, he's not dead.
No, he's not. He's not. Okay, you can roll maybe. Okay, I'm wrong. You would have died. You would have died. Don't throw him. He's going to keep these.
OS.
Oh
Okay,
my
okay.
God. No,
I keep
Got
telling him,
itches.
I've been telling him not to do this
Got
so
itches.
much. I'm like, he's like, oh, but if it hits, I would win the game. And I'm like,
He's been good about it. From at least for this bracket. For this bracket, he's been good.
he
about
got stressed, he did it.
He got stressed. That one was a panic DP that he like that Aerodat felt with his soul. Aerodat was like,
I'm just gonna wait.
give me.
I've been saying it where it's like, he's like, okay, if I do it here, I'll win if it hits. And it's like, many things will win if you hit with them.
Many such
but
cases.
only a few of them will also lose if you whiff.
Many such win conditions here. Oh my God, what a big trade. Round start.
Oh,
That's
great
not a
block,
great
late
OD.
OD.
Yeah, that OD on the 5B, not really ideal. Like, it's so much block stun that, like, by the time you're recovering from your OD, it's kind of just RPS with Azrael again.
Yeah, I think he stood up to OD and just happened to block it, and the OD was already dialed in.
Jesus Christ, these fatal 5
Ooh, I actually really like that low to the ground air DP.
Yeah, I think I've seen it come up from way more Ragnas and such recently, and like players in general. where I'm
Nachos
like,
is the one that does that. The Nachos special is with air throw, falling DP.
Beta dude hit me with like a late air DP in my set with him at Taku, and I was like, oh, I see. He's just bad at it. Oh my God, he is dead. He's dead.
Oh, he was super dead. He was like, we almost got the combo short there, super dead.
Yeah.
Oh,
Free
Cris.
round start. I think that if Ryder maybe tries to like walk back a little bit more at round start, he'll probably end up being able to replenish a couple of hits, if only because like Aerodat's going for a lot more frequent like 5 and 5.
Tried to roll into the corner. Nice catch on the backdash. You can cover that with the OS. It's great. I just want to see it again. Thank you. We don't need to take risks on Azrael's wake up. It's how we lose.
RCs in order to stay in.
Good block on the gauntlet. Hades.
Not
a
there
lot
for
of
the punish
respect.
though.
Ooh,
RCs
great.
low.
Yep. Okay, gets the burst out of him.
Yeah, and I worry that that Ryder's kind of at the point right now where he's a little desperate to like get some of his hits in. Good block on the DP
Ooh,
here.
oh no, he was dead. You get a counter hit punish.
Whoa! Another trade, another clash right here. This is pretty ambiguous for an OD activation. Rings of Saturn don't end up connecting here. Ryder willing to play it out a little patiently, still trying to go for the IADs here.
Good
5
DP. All right, let's see what Aerodat's got. He just needs one more clean hit.
I like the 2 A's from Aerodat here. DP, not so much. Fatal hit on the 5C. This should be it as long as Ryder gets it done. The crush trigger into BHS will certainly kill, and Ryder takes revenge against Aerodat 2-1.
Now he has to fight Spooky and lose his files.
You get to fight.
He might actually get to fight Spooky Hawkman for like the first time ever.
I do wonder what he's gonna end up doing.
Spooky usually sticks to a character on the dead. We'll see. We'll see what he does. Azrael versus Arcune. Like, I don't feel confident enough to be like, this is what the matchup is, but I will tell you, it feels like ass.
Yeah, so I'll be frank. I don't know what the numbers are, what the volatility is, etc., etc.
Here's the one thing I'll explain. It is really hard for Azrael to actually make a tight string. The only buttons that he has that actually do it are 5A, 2A. all of those gaps are actually big enough for Aracune to sneak in a 6B, and it's a counter hit 6B, so it's full curse. So you can just be like, I would like to hit 5A, 5B, and Aracune is like, I think you should lose the round for that decision.
He's like, I think you should leave. You just die. I think one thing that's really important to note amidst all of that is that of all the Arakunes that I have fought against in my time, I think Spooky is the one that is most likely to flex these like specific options.
He is the best at gambling, and he will prove that to you.
Yeah, like he's a big like 6B or 4B. I forget which button it is.
6B.
Yeah, he's a big 6B enjoyer where he'll just like pop that on like some of these gaps, and I'm like, oh.
I'm
right, he could
remembering,
do that.
I'm a big proponent of people overrate Aracune. They don't really understand how the character works, and they like let him get away with a ton of stuff, me included. And so people are like, oh, he's like top 10. I'm like, no. But I just remember Jiyukin being like, Aracune is not even that good. And I was like, thank you, Jiyukin. And then someone was like, what do you mean? And he's like, his Abare options are bad. And I was like, no, Jiyukin, no, his Abare options are amazing.
Look, sometimes we come to conclusions that are agreed upon, although the paths to get there maybe not agreed upon.
Yeah, no, Jiyukin though, Aracune Truther, I do agree with him on that. He was, Aracune 2A is not a very good button. He was right about that part. It's like 9 frames.
It's a slow 2A. I forget how big it is, honestly.
Not bigger than his 5A, which is crouches.
2A low, smile.
Is this 2A low?
It's 2A low. I'm 99% for that 2A low.
The only character in this game who deserves to have a 2A low is Platinum. Take it away from Mai, take it away from Izuyoi, take it away from Naoto, take it away from Aracune.
I think Izuyoi 2A being low is not the most egregious part about it. It is the hitbox and frame data attached to it.
Sure, it still doesn't deserve to be a low.
I think it could be a low. Mind you,
She doesn't need it.
Mind you, I get chewed up by Izuyoi high-low. People, if you're playing Izuyoi and you want to beat me, all you got to do hit 6-6 and then add one of those ABC buttons to it, and I'll be like.
Oh, so you mean the character's base game plan that they're doing at layer 1? You're lucky SKD doesn't come out anymore.
He was playing, so he was at Slashback, but
oh, was he really?
He didn't have his pad, so apparently he was like messing around with Ragnar.
That's so SKD.
I'm not gonna lie to you, and he also like popped in randomly at Crossover Road.
Well, he lives near there.
Right, no, but it was super strange because it was like literally SKD, Flux, and Lord Knight all like chatting, and I was like, this is like weird. This is weird. I have not seen like. I've never like seen them all grouped up in person. It was like very.
I haven't seen Flux in a minute.
Yeah, it was a very like 2010s moment.
Yeah, what's he
like,
on these days?
I don't know.
I don't think he plays BlazBlue anymore. I forget what he is playing.
Dude, I don't know, man. Maybe he's a secret 2XKO playtester.
All right. So this matchup, I don't know. It's even. They both hit each other for a lot of damage.
Oh my! Not that they both hit each other.
Well, no, it's just like none of them have anything
not
super
that
specific.
They both hit each other, right?
Well, it's different than all the other matchups where they don't hit each other.
Oh, brother. All right. Yeah, I don't. So I don't really know how I would put this matchup in terms of advantage and disadvantage. Quite frankly, but it's a weird one.
I'm just not going to talk about it. I don't know. So we're going to see how the player matchup is.
I think that is fair.
And this overhead is a grip. The 5D RC does way too much damage. Double weak point, 4.6k, good Oki. He doesn't need it.
Oh, he got the back. And again, right? Like he's getting some of these reads, and he's getting like a lot of these backdashes on reversals. But Rychtor not always necessarily capitalizing on it like properly. Pains me so.
I want to see the adjustments that Spooky makes here.
I think unironically he's just gonna block more.
Yeah.
And then he's gonna hit it.
I mean, this is 3 out of 5, right? So Spooky's definitely got the time to get a download if he needs it. He has the time to be like, you know what? This Hakumen champion, not it, and go to Aracune.
Yeah. I don't know. He might lean on 5D a little bit more often. Because Rychtor doesn't necessarily use a lot of blows in his pressures that mandate
I really liked that as a reversal option there. It got him out of the overhead. Would have caught a backdash too if Rychtor decided to back off. I don't love not killing him for whipping that 6B.
Oh, brother.
Rychtor has been doing a lot of this 5D RC cross-up, and I feel like he needs to wait a minute and like hit confirm it. Because he has hit every time he's done that 5D, and he has missed out on a lot of damage.
Yeah, there's a few places where I think his confirms could improve. And I think like some of the, I don't know if that was intended or if that was meant to be because you can punish the whole through. No!
He doesn't know.
Oh,
Yeah, Spooky being smart, just waiting it out, building free meter, and then going in as I say that to make me look bad. Classic Spooky. Catches the backdash.
Hey, look, and now you're right again. How does it feel?
Good.
That's fantastic.
I wish I could do it in match against him.
Being right with what Spooky's going to do against other people is a lot different feeling than being right against Spooky when you have money on the line and a Twitter post on the line.
I feel like they need to put Spooky on one of those BBB tier lists where it's like Spooky, full night of sleep.
No. That Spooky full night of sleep is the Super Saiyan 5.
Yeah, no, I've never seen it. Spooky got second at WeMat on like 2 hours.
I don't even know how I slept well. I was on a no, because I went on the bed that.
Purple throw.
Oh.
Purple throw nothing.
I don't know who needs more push-ups. Legitimately, I do not know.
All right, well, that's going to be a lot of Spooky's remaining life. Rychtor's got another 50 meter on deck, so this is going to be guess per game for both characters again. Okay, I know what he's going for there, and he dropped it, obviously.
Oh, Icarus. Too close to the sun this time, my friend. Good old Daedalus here to put him down.
That's not who puts Icarus down. Daedalus sends him up.
I know. It's the sun. Sorry, you're right.
Daedalus is the one that gives him the wings.
I know. Daedalus is his dad. Sorry, Hakumen is the son. Yeah, I apologize. Swap the roles a little bit. We'll get there.
We both need to go up to Rychtor after this and be like, just do easy combos.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm gonna.
Good spacing on the whip button.
Yeah, that was kind of nuts. He's in under 9 probably, so.
Just 3C'ing.
Look, dog, I don't know. Some of these buttons are very, very serious.
Yeah, against any character other than Hakumen, that 5B is actually really good because it will meaty and then you will recover in time to block a reversal, but you don't get to do that against Hakumen because he just counters.
Yeah, he has the option RPS with the on there, so things get a lot like.
Oh, he's alive. That Azrael health might save him.
Well, only for so long.
Honestly, that was optimal for Spooky. Got a whole nother tick of OD during that.
Amen. Sometimes you gotta hard optimize for everything.
Ooh, good jump on reaction to the Gustav there. Doesn't get an amazing punish, and that's kind of coming back to bite him here. The lack of a knockdown really let Rychtor kind of get in, but...
Oh, brother. Oh, baby. He said, oh, no, I'm minus... I said, oh, no, I'm about -2. Surely I can't do anything after you... Well, I beat 2 and 4A. 2D like a gremlin. Horrifying.
Ooh, okay, yeah. So the reason that Spooky's doing that 2C there instead of going for a bigger punish is so that he doesn't have to block. It doesn't give Azrael the time to RC into pressure.
Oh,
good throw. Yeah, he should be dead. Spooky, please don't make me wrong.
You're wrong. I think that you're wrong. And I'm correct. Because I know this damage! Wah! Oh my god. Alright, that's one lower weak point down. Tries to cross up, not super successful.
Oh, he doesn't
not ready for the RC! Oh, unblockable. He doesn't have any resources.
Yeah, you're right. Wow, you don't get to see the true unblockable almost ever from Azrael. That was good.
Yeah, most of the time, people have resources to either deal with it in like some capacity, but in that specific situation, that's like when it's doable. It's very funny because I think a lot of like newer Azrael, oh my god, he held it.
He did this whole one and he held it.
Yeah. Oh god. Frame trapped by the 2-1-4A here.
This is what fighting Spooky is like. It's like you work really hard to get around, and then the next round you're just like, oh, it doesn't actually matter. Because then Spooky's right like 6 times in a row, and you're like, great.
It can often.
Because you're like, great.
That was a lot of JPs, man.
He's like, okay, so that's the thing, right? I'm like, you're Azrael, your scramble buttons are great. Hakumen has the best, like, if you press during this scramble, kill yourself.
Oh my god. will fold by
You
my
will
hand.
die in 7 days.
Yeah, it's definitely the on August 7th we'll begin to cough.
Yeah, I saw you post that. That's kind of gas. I gotta
That
say.
Lao Ping tweet is easily one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
Oh, is that a Lao Ping tweet?
That was a Lao Ping comment under like Kogo saying something degenerate. It was insane. I don't even know where it is. It was like on March 9th when we did the cough.
Oh.
It absolutely fried me when I saw that. I was like, this is insane. Oh, good heavens.
Stan
what is that?
Tecker.
I don't even know anymore. This is a lot of nonsense.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to talk about when this happens because it all happens so fast, and as soon as you start, someone drops something, and the next interaction happens, and then by the time you even realize that's happening, we've dropped again.
Basically, plus frames.
Yep, okay. Again, the reward on this, disproportionately large. Drops it, but not in a way that matters.
Yeah, there's been a lot of cases where Spooky just hasn't been holding the back. And therefore, like,
Yes,
literally.
right, and then that's
Oh,
it.
God, yeah. But, like, literally, like, so much more damage has been tacked on for Rychtor, like, exclusively off of, like, a normal hit confirm that became a blue beat hit confirm.
Yeah. I just think that Spooky doesn't want to have to take in the air versus Azrael, and I can't blame him.
I see. Couple of throws working out rather successfully for Rychtor to do the check for any delay tech.
Yeah, it's good to see Rychtor
Yeah, I don't,
A
y'all
moment
don't
of
get to
silence.
see it, but there was just like, you know that meme of the dude like shaking his head in amazement? That was Phantom's missed out. Just going like, what?
It was
Pure
so
bull-
slow it worked.
Pure bewilderment.
I still don't think it was the right option.
And yet, it worked. That's justification. That's just what happened. Alright, he's faded, 6 is fatal, first comes out.
Yeah, no OD to lock him out. Parry there. He actually has to guess 50-50 on that parry too, because the startup of 60 and 3D are the same. So that is not just a Hakumen reacts to that with a drive. He has to guess.
Yeah, well, he doesn't even necessarily need to get. So if you see 60 3D startups, you can fuzzy jump like after, like on reaction. So you'll
Not
be
enough
so you'll block the 60 in the air and then
The 3D will work.
and then, you jump over 3D.
I'm just saying he's going for the counter.
Yeah, he's going for an option that forces him to guess, but there are other things he can do.
That was Spooky just won the set.
That was 3.
Yeah, I don't know, that first round, it was like Spooky just kind of gets the download, and then he's just up on the layering. So even though it was like pretty scrambly, like
Yep.
Spooky just got to control the momentum of basically every match he was in.
Yes. I agree.
And that's what makes him strong as a player, and it is especially strong versus Azrael, who is a character that really relies on you, the Azrael player, being on the up and up for that that sort of layering for the RPS. Like if you can't get that, that character's got nothing.
Yeah, I think that's a fair assessment.
Yeah, he doesn't have like the ability to do like staggers or do like safe offense that
Well, he can do okay.
not for very long.
Yes, I will say you have to be. It requires a lot of like skill to properly do like more extended pressure due to the lack of ability to microdash. Like a lot of things get more finicky for
Yeah.
extended pressure.
He has to take larger risks to reset his pressure. He is incentivized to go for heavy mix-ups early, and he has to do that to condition you to get relatively short strings of stagger pressure to hit you.
Yeah, I think that one thing that is very much so to Azrael's benefit, though, is that he gets to be rather ambiguous on a lot of these like short strings. Like if there's anybody that can hit you with a 1-2 like really, really well, it is Azrael. Because that dude hitting 5A, 5A, I'm like, all right, man, are you going to stuff my attempt to leave, or can I walk back a little? Right, 2B, got him, GG's.
2B?
Or sometimes micro walk 2A.
2B ain't doing anything.
2B sometimes.
2B's a mid.
Not 2B.
2B's a mid.
I thought 2B was low.
No.
Oh God.
Yeah. It's 2A.
Hold on. Let me
It's
double
2A,
check. I know 2A. I know 2A is the. I know 2A is the low for sure.
He has two 2Bs, and only one of them's the low.
Let me look this up. Let me look this up now. Let me pull up the dust loop. I love.
I
doing
better not
this.
be a fraud on stream. I'm so confident in this, but
I am willing to. Look. I'll put it this way. I believe in you like 99%. But what if you're wrong though? Is basically my motivating argument here.
that's fair. Hey, then we'll know for sure, right?
Yeah,
We made a whole
basically.
skit about this.
Oh, that is true. and I was the smart one. Haha.
Let's see if you're the smart one this time. What are we doing?
I don't know. I might be kind of stupid sometimes.
I'm trying to figure out where you even do it on your phone right now.
I'm looking it up on BlazBlue. I'm just failing to. Oh my god! I have typed Azrael twice now.
Stop doing it.
with
Just scroll to the
2
bottom and
Ls.
pick the character.
No! I want to type it in and feel like a gamer. Give me a second here. All right. I did it.
I see Spooky wandering
Guys,
over
I
here.
did it. Spooky, come here, come here.
No.
Come here. No, no,
Get
come
him
here.
out
come
of
here,
here.
come here,
I don't
come
wanna
here,
see
come here,
him.
Come here, come here. All right, talk to the people here. You can use my mic. Do you wanna? Yeah, take it.
Yeah, what can I say?
I mean, don't say anything fucking weird.
Oh, that's a tall order.
I know, but you can manage it.
Okay, what's up? So, I can't see the chat. Where's the chat?
It's over there.
Okay.
See, Azrael 2B is a mid.
It's mid.
Wait, what?
Azrael 2B is a
Mid.
mid.
Damn, that is mid as hell. It's 12 frame startup mid?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
bad.
Damn, this thing is
It's like his worst button.
this thing is doo-doo.
It's also,
It's kinda dumb.
yeah, it's, I don't know, you have it. It's his longest ranged normal that's not 5C.
So basically, against Astro, I'm just going to hold 5D, because everything they do is going to be a mid, unless like a 3C or 2A.
2A, 2D.
Oh, they're not going to do that shit. I don't believe them.
You,
do that sometimes.
you
Don't do that
blocked a
sometimes.
lot of those.
I don't remember it, so it didn't happen.
All right,
That's
get out of
actually-
here. Go play your set.
Is Rychtor here?
I don't know.
Rychtor's not here.
Go.
Rychtor's, I think Rychtor's doing BlazBlue.
Go get him.
What, me?
Go get him. Go get him.
Go get him.
Go get him.
Go get him.
Go get him.
All right,
Go get 'em.
everybody, that was Spooky. You will see him on Monday
Yes.
in the exhibition, and you and him are also commentating the finale for Burst Limit.
Oh yeah, that is true.
So yeah, you're gonna get more Spooky than you could ever want.
Really good sell there. Really very excellent sell there. So while we're waiting on Rychtor to finish up with his set in Grand Blue, let's just kind of run you guys through a couple of the things that are going on here in general. So first of which, we can talk about Beach episode, of course.
Oh yeah, my baby.
Yeah.
We have been working on building that event bigger and bigger every year, and this is our first year we're upgrading to like an actual regional-sized event instead of what I would call maybe a super local. So we're going to be at a hotel in Walton. Oh, it looks like. Oh no, yeah. Okay, we do actually have Rychtor. So anyway, come to Beach episode August 10th and 11th in Boston. We'll have all these games and more: Street Fighter, Tekken, and Ultimate. Anyway, here's our grand finals.
You just put yourself at 1.5x speed. I just like processing you accelerate talking like that so quickly. Fried me a little bit.
I can talk fast when I need to.
I can too.
You say as you put yourself at 0.75 speed.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, yeah.
All right, so we're gonna get Bangers Talkman. I am really curious if Spooky is gonna switch here.
I ain't got a single clue, dog.
I don't know if I would want to play Arcune versus Bang. Honestly, that seems kind of miserable.
Could be good? Question mark? Question mark?
A really good JAs from Bang to chase him down. Nails seem like such a nightmare for Arcune.
It's time to press buttons.
Listen, I need to see what happened. I'm gonna be real with you.
Es tiempo. Es tiempo! Oh
It's fine.
my god.
We didn't need that combo.
6B connects. Alright, it's time to play the video game now with a few less scrambles. Never mind.
Spooky almost out of meter though. He spent it to get back in there.
Stop copying each other's poses with the 2C, 2D. Please hit the other like this. Continuously. Oh my god. Hit him with a combination of attacks. A combo, if you will. Oh god. He's not dead.
I mean, he is if he spends.
He would have to do like OD super. I don't think Rychtor's gonna do that.
Well, he could have done. I don't know. He knows. If
Telling you, man, that's OD super. TD? Yeah.
ooh, got him out. Okay.
That was really good.
Spooky, huge burst disadvantage though, and like we talked about before, very crucial to how these rounds can play out.
Yeah, oh my god. Goes for the 5D, and I like the 2D in response to there in order to like look for the delay 63B. A lot of Bang players will do the 63B in order to kind of like enforce a frame trap afterwards. So I think it was pretty smart of Spooky to like.
These guys have just been doing guard point versus counter the whole round. That's all this is.
There's a lot of nonsense, I won't lie. The benefit, however, so the
Whiff air command grab to float above the anti-air?
I have no idea. That's all 4 seals. Fantastic. Oh,
I would love if one of these characters could wait for 1 second so I could catch my breath, and we got it. Okay, great. What's going to happen now? All right, we're in. Good IB. We're going to jab. Can we spend the resources to kill here? I feel like... I don't know if that was a drop or if he was just trying to set something up there. Scary spot for Bang. Blocks, though. Gets the OD out of Spooky. Again, a really excellent position if he can actually win this round. Oh, I liked a lot of those choices from Rychtor there. Kept it kind of safe, got to block on a reaction to a lot of things, and then responded to the super and killed him.
Yeah, going for the 2D and then like the 5-day spike.
Spooky's spending all of his meter early, so he's actually going to wake up with no stars. And unlike a lot of other characters, like he actually builds like almost negative meter when he gets hit, because the rate at which it goes up is slower.
Yeah, because it's that like consistent rate, like you can even see it like as he gets hit, like it does not move forward nearly as much as it does whenever he's actually hitting.
Oh, okay. So top OD.
This is the first.
Top OD.
Let me tell you something. Rychtor's gonna kill you.
Yeah. All right, Rychtor up 1 on winner's side right now. So yeah, also one thing that's worth noting about both of these players, they both love stealing bursts, which it makes a lot of sense. Rychtor just likes doing it because he's a Bang player. Spooky plays Aerodat, where playing around bursts is like a large part of that character's stuff, because it really is like an extra hit point on everybody. So getting able to call that out basically kills them for 2 rounds.
Yeah, you definitely get a lot of advantage off of that.
So you're going to see a lot more. Both of these players know that about each other, and so they're both going to hold their bursts more than they might otherwise, knowing that they're both looking to steal them potentially.
Oh my god. That being said though, don't get it twisted. These guys are still RPS in many other ways.
I don't think we've seen a combo yet, and Rychtor's missing half of his life.
Oh.
What? What?
Need to take a step back.
Oh.
RC. Oh.
Doesn't matter. You know, the RC there is fake. He doesn't even spend the 50 meter.
Oh my god.
Oh, we dropped it. He gets
Still?
the block?
Yeah, I guess so. So like you can proc it and still like jump cancel.
Yeah, I know that, but I thought that overhead would have enough recovery that he would get hit, but I guess I was wrong.
I think it was half because he hit so late.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
It's one of those weird ones, not quite to the degree of like platinum overhead where it's like 15 space frame data.
Good OD punish here. I think we're gonna probably opt to get all the seals, I would guess. So yeah, Rychtor in a really advantageous. Oh, he missed the EA. I think that's what he wanted to go for there, which is a big deal. Being an active flow right now would basically mean that Rychtor has every resource on deck.
Speaking of which, active flow coming on for Ssmoothie. Oh my god, the TRM, things are not looking ideal for Rychtor here.
Okay, just bashing from Rychtor. I respect it, honestly. After all of that, I'd match too.
The mash of the god. OD's about to come online for Bang, but the up back button
does not matter. OD locking it out. Okay, Spooky up 1-1. This is honestly like the hardest thing I've ever had to cut. This is cruel to do to me as someone who has not commentated in 3 years.
Yeah. What about it is the cruelest aspect?
Definitely the fact that nothing happens for more than 1 second.
It's very strange, right? Like, you see very high-paced, like, interactions.
It's like, we just had 4! We just had 4 interactions! How am I supposed to talk about that?
Go on to bed, you got this one, man. You got this one.
Alright, Rychtor doing a combo to give us a chance to breathe and catch back up. He's got all the seals lined up, and he's got a nail right here. Waits, but Spooky holds the counter for so long. He still hits Rychtor anyway. The fact that he held it like that, I believe that means it is not the one that goes frame 1. These people keep trading both the guard points and the counters with command grab. With counter.
No punish on the
Neither of them had time. They both whipped a slow-ass thing. But Richtor's got it. All right.
I kept you 3C.
I'm doing my best, and I still only talked about a quarter of what happened in that round.
Dog. There are times in which the sets are just going to be too fast and you just have to keep predicting.
Listen, these guys are decision makers, and they are making decisions.
Yeah, they are. That's certainly what it is. Oh my god.
One of the things I've always said about Rychtor is it's really hard to adapt to the speed of play at which he's able to do, but Spooky is one of the people who can actually do it. So we're just getting, it's just high stakes lottery all the time.
Effectively, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Jesus.
Alright, so we got one more interaction from Spooky before he kills here. Rychtor does have a good bevy of resources. This OD is important. We're going to get a really good combo here, a really long OD timer, and honestly, it opens up a lot of good resets. Like, This combo will not kill, but Rychtor could opt to reset into something that does.
Let's see what he does. Just takes the knockdown. Pop. No.
Bang's theme still playing as he's dead on the screen.
Action.
Ooh, just air grabs him. All right, we got this hard combo that he... That combo is... Let me
Man.
finish this sentence, guys.
Man.
Why did you get hit by that? Or maybe he mashed as soon as he blocked. It was buffered. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt.
I just don't know anymore. There's too much for me to commentate on.
All right. Okay, Spooky's got... I hate it here.
Who you putting money on?
Spooky.
Okay.
I believe in Spooky's ability to clutch it out. He's up 2-1, which means if he loses, he can switch to Arakude. I think Richter's goated, but like... Look at it this way. Spooky got here in time for a 4 p.m. bracket. He's at least at level 2.
Spooky DQ to loser?
No, he was on winner's side.
No, I know, but what
Yeah.
happened? What level is he
Oh,
at?
he goes down to level 1. I've seen Spooky show up late. I also don't know if Spooky brought Boba or not. That will really affect the leveling.
Oh
Like,
my god. I ran Liz for milk tea, my god.
lactose intolerant, by the way.
Who knows about it?
You
Oh.
know the vibe. I don't.
That's why I said I know the
Oh,
vibes.
I think that I know the vibe.
Oh, I did say you know the vibes, but it was in general. You Royal. Yo, this dude Richter's getting struck, man. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I think, honestly, he had time to... The Tara cancel.
He's getting struck. Badly.
Honestly, maybe having to go back and forth between BlazBlue and this is for Rychtor off. Who knows?
Oh, for sure. I don't know who Rychtor with
He plays the small one. What's her name?
Charlotta?
Yeah. It makes sense to me.
Plays a little gremlin. That's
Yeah, he plays a little gremlin in this game too.
gremlin is different shades of the word.
All right, we're popping the OD. We don't have a lot of steals, but we have a lot of time. If he can not get hit on that interaction he got hit on, he's in a decent spot. Just put me out of my misery, guys.
Why did this man... what is going on, man? Ay, ay, ay. Oh, okay. The cut there at least makes sense. We haven't really talked about that as frequently, but Hakumen's ability to cut projectiles can make sometimes opting for TC or J2A that much better, as you can reliably catch certain nails.
Yeah.
And pin them down.
It can definitely help a lot. We haven't seen it come up a lot in this because, again, Rychtor does not like throwing nails in neutral as much as some other bangs do. So there's not really a lot of reason for Spooky to try and call it out as much. One thing that's important to note about it, too, is that Hakumen gets a star when he cuts a projectile. So outside of the screen control that he gets, there is an incentive for him to do it.
Oh, okay.
That's what you see a lot of Hakumen's fish for it, like their life depends on it. Anyway, Spooky is reset, so it's anyone's game again.
If Spooky wins this game 1, I think he wins the second.
I think Spooky getting the reset is like a good sign for him.
He also gets
Chases the back dash. I mean, yeah, that's a good choice too. How did...
I don't know. I genuinely do not know.
Hakumen counters are actually a really important part of being able to deal with that bang mix. Because normally you have to guess sides and high-low, but because Hakumen can do the counters, he can just guess one of the two. And then instead of just blocking, he gets an actual hit, which wastes OD timer, which is really, like, Hakumen is way better at dealing with those stressful mix-up situations than the average character.
Basically, he has EX guesses.
That's a good way to put it. I like that.
EX guesses.
This is an EX guessing matchup. I mean the player one, not the character
It's
one.
just like, all right, I could block, but like, what if I got way more reward off it? You know, like,
Good call out from Richard. I like the spacing that he maintained to kind of wait to see what Spooky did and then catch him when he ID'd out of the corner. Unfortunately, not really leading him to a positive situation, but he resets to neutral and catches him again.
a lot of awkward hits here. He's gonna still challenge. Yes, sir. Another.
They have played that interaction like 30 times.
3 of those times were just now.
Yeah.
Rebel 3. Action.
All right, back to full screen. Nothing too much noise. 2B actually stuffs just under the AC.
I really like that run-up button from Rychtor there, like really contesting Hawkman running back in the air and kind of calling him out for not committing to like a counter or something.
Yeah, solid job catching it.
And like gets you in, man. Spooky always says this character is gorilla as hell, and it's because of that.
Because of what?
Enma.
Okay.
All right, so we're seeing this really long OD timer again. So this time, if Rychtor gets a solid hit, he might actually.
Yeah.
Right,
I
EA.
don't want to.
I do. So that
tell me
EA
that,
blows
tell
his
me.
entire timer, and now he won't get it back. I think he was expecting Spooky to mash on that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I am not familiar enough with how the seals affect OD. I don't know what the one that he has gives him on his dashes, because they all add different properties to them.
Yeah, I don't know which field gives what. I just know like what.
I think I just like blocking more than EA, and just so that you get a chance to guess again. All right, Rychtor, please don't throw by going for Astral. Okay, that's fine. That's a real interaction that you lost. Spooky did a good thing. Like that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah. This is okay.
Yeah, this is okay. We're chilling. We're chilling. I can't imagine how these players are feeling. This set is taking years off of my life, and I'm not even in it.
I feel like I'm going through the desert. 10 kilometers down the Sahara, trying to find civilization. God help me now. God help me now. God is dead. God
and these
is
players
dead.
killed him?
And they killed him, and that is a good thing. Oh no.
Spooky going for these shimmies still. Okay, Rychtor getting a solid hit in OD here, so we should get. Never mind. I think he dropped that.
Oh god.
All right, so Spooky actually had to spend a lot of meter in that interaction. That was like a 4 or 5 star mix-up. So I think he just popped OD here to get resources back online. He's got EA, and now he can kill on the next touch with 4 stocks. So I actually really like that OD. It's not a typical one that you'd see a lot, but he did it just to get resources. And that's one of the advantages. Like Hawkman, I think you would agree, has the best OD in the game.
The best. I think Easy Oi OD is so stupid. And it has utility too. She still gets to crank out damage. She can just pop that at like round start and be like, haha, I have stocks now.
I think it is less threatening for her to wake up with it compared to Hawkman.
It's less threatening than Hawkman, sure, but if Hawkman's the best, I don't know. It really depends on what you value from the overpower.
I think it's just that meter is like one of the most important resources in this game, and even though Izuyoi gets stocks super good, like Hawkman gets to also do this.
Yeah, then I understand your perspective. I don't think I necessarily agree with it like that. Okay, burst comes out here from Rychtor in order to guarantee that he'll live. But there's potentially no next round here. Spooky is looking voice. Oh my god.
Good awareness from Rychtor to RC to super and not die. I mean, it was still not a very favorable situation. That was the last of his resources he had on deck. I understand the desire to gamble there, though. Like, I don't think that was a terrible place to do it. Just, you know, sometimes you're wrong. And against Spooky, it happens twice as often.
Yeah, and that's like one of the tough parts, I would say, about fighting games is that, like, there are times in which you are forced to guess, and you are simply guessing wrong, and distinguishing when you're reviewing, distinguishing what went wrong simply because, like, I tried to ball out, / what made the most sense to me is kind of tough. Sometimes you just do nothing, and randomly your problem fix itself, and you're like, oh.
Spooky's been doing such a good job of just piecing apart Richter's pressure. Going for the throw, though, and Rychtor just being like, no, actually, I think I want all my resources right now. So we're going to see an EA here. So yeah, Rychtor, 50 meter, all 4 seals, and active flow with 4.6 on deck. This is that situation I talked about earlier, right? Where this is not looking great, but as soon as OD is back on board for Rychtor, he really is only 1 touch away.
He's going to die.
But he needs to get all the way to the rest of that OD, and he's still got 2 pips left. And Spooky only needs 1 hit, and that's going to be it. And I would not want to burst if I was Rychtor here either.
Yeah, you just got to take that at the end of the day and then go into the potentially last round of the tournament. Guys, don't forget, this is indeed for grand finals. Why did you catch me with my eyes closed? I'm telling you what it is. They haven't played yet. No.
Oh my
All right,
god.
I'm locked in. I'm locked in.
All right, you got it, man. I held so much of that down.
I will handle this from here. I will take it from here. What in the you just why did the guard point not proc? I think the 2C maybe hit just in time or something, but I thought it was gonna proc on the nails. But it looks like he didn't end up getting any impulse or something. Kind of a strange situation. IVs on the 6BB. Plus frames here, showing the Zantetsu for the very first time in this exact set. So many plus frames, so many instant blocks, but my friend Hakumen is still able to check your options. Curious to see what Rychtor was doing there on his wake up. Looks like he was either trying to shimmy or look for a drive or what have you. Back to full screen here, Spooky trying to gain a little bit of composure so that he can build up some more meters going into this next knockdown.
Oh, that's
Safe jump here, yeah, for sure. We're going to a potential last hit of the entire tournament. Let's see what happens here
All right.
on the overdrive activation.
all
Does he
four
up forward?
seals would
No!
have been a big deal.
But he tried to fall down with a button and he ends up getting clipped. EA comes out, the sword has cut you. Hakumen is indeed the white void. It's over.
I'm free.
I'm not.
Okay, yeah. So Toledo will be joining you all for Uni. I get to go play BlazBlue now. I get to go emotionally recover from what we just witnessed on the
will
screen.
you emotionally recover?
Not for years.
Yeah, Jesus Christ, you gotta find a person to unpack that with. Jesus
I got
Christ.
therapy on Monday, man. I'm going to be talking about that set.
Oh, yeah, you got that? That's good then. Oh, my God. I keep accidentally putting my feet up here. Don't worry, guys. The feed is good. I'm just messing up with the HDMI cables. But don't worry. I'm good at this stuff. I used to do IT, you know.
Don't you still do IT?
Nah, well, it's information technology.
Oh, okay.
But it's not IT. There's IT and then there's information technology. There's a difference.
All right, that was a good tournament. We got to see a lot of players I really like. I think we got like the really interesting storyline of Rychtor versus Aerodat. We got to see a lot of interesting stuff from our up-and-comers. We got to see everyone who's going to be in the exhibition in one capacity or another.
Yep.
And then we got that set with Spooky.
Then that set happened. You had the whole like post-episode narration settled. Like
Yeah.
this happened, and this happened. Let's see what happens next. Also, there was grand finals.
Also, there was a grand finals. of this
Grand
tournament.
finals.
But that grand finals brings us to the end of this tournament, so we're going to be going on a short break, and then Toledo will be here to bring you all back for Uni 2.
Yeah. So we'll see you guys then. Stay tuned and take it easy.